Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Oh me. Oh my. I do not know. I do not know if this is going to work or not. All I know is that I am one very frustrated individual right now. One very frustrated individual. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to mess around and try and figure out if this is going to work or not, because I've only got an hour and a half to try and clear through GAC. Now, I apologize if my camera just decides to give up the ghost again for no reason. I've done so much messing around with this thing trying to get it work that I just need to go with it. Casty, I'm sorry you're having issues, brother. 1-8 is a pretty rough season, dude. Hopefully the camera just decides to stay working for now. Hopefully. Fingers crossed, tribe. So I need to get through this. Baby GAC, we got R8 GG on the top. We've got Geos on the bottom. How the modding? Modding looks pretty terrible. Modding looks pretty terrible, so I'm just going to go with Empire. I'm not going to mess around, though, and risk not taking in a relatively good team. So I'm going to take in these guys over here. I'm going to throw in this, because that's the way I roll. We're just going to take them in. We're just going to go push hard, and we're going to try and speedrun. Speedrun is on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this. What's going on, Cosley? How you doing, brother? Let's kick some ass and take some names. We're going to drop it like it's hot. Bring on the most merciless of massacres and yeet out the spy. The basics are going to come in clutch. They're going to be real powerful. Maybe. Oh, we're taking out some units here. We're taking out some units over here. Let's see. Now we do this. Yeah, wonderful. Now we're going to drop another crush. Wonderful. We'll yeet you out. And then absolutely just basic over here. Get some damage in. Throw it down like it's hot. Back into merciless massacre. Let's go over here. Hit you once. Hit you twice and call it quits. Good. 76. Yes, nailed it. I'm in a bad mood, guys. I'm in a bad mood. Very bad mood. What's on the back wall? Mute. Hashtag send mutes. Why is this over here instead of with the GG in the north? That's interesting. Much more love the idea of a cameras GAC than no GAC at all. Aatrox, I mean, that's a fair shout, bro. I guess it's just me being incredibly grumpy. It's just me being incredibly grumpy, my brother. And I'm sorry, I hate to be grumpy, but sometimes I just can't help it. So we're sending in Keller and Beck and the bros in the hope that he can beat this team. He is kind of my only hope to beat this team, so we have to hope for the best. I would very much like to defeat everything possible. But that might or might not happen. We just don't know. I do need to deal with this douche. Oh man, see now I should probably try to deal with Watt before he can get more stuff out. Basically. Because he's going to be able to revive in a second. Unless we get rid of him. And then he can't revive. I don't care about losing a unit. A unit is a dot to me. Let's just get rid of as much as we possibly can. I feel like we should be able to clean this up pretty well. I feel like we should be able to clean it up pretty well. Good. Good. Alright. Cool. We got him? We got him. GG. Licklesack. Thank you, sir. I'm here all evening. Thank you, Aatrox. Appreciate you, good sir. Dan, we back again. Hey, Bomber. How you doing, brother? I am incredibly annoyed. Oh, look at that. We're matching scores. Hang on. Is this guy cooked? He's not looking great. He ain't looking great. Nope. Alright. It'll help if we can beat this. It would help. But typically speaking, I don't perform particularly well against that setup. Generally speaking. In fact, I might take you out and give ourselves a blow job. Let's go. Hey, Nikos, how you doing, buddy? Hey, Kadar, how you doing, buddy? Because I like you. Another like. Thank you, sir. Alright. I almost feel like we should go after some fuck over here. Go after Sunfac. A what now? Indeed, a what now indeed. My Gem hasn't been able to handle any other JMKs I've come across. Normally it's a pretty solid counter. Oof, Cassidy is rough, dude. Busy as hell, but all good. Good. EA was sold to Saudi Arabia. It was, yeah, some sort of investment firm from what I can gather. God knows what that means for the future of our wonderful game. It's all a bit up in the air at the moment, isn't it, Tribe? Don't like that at all. Let's go in with... I'm just going to go pure damage. Pure damage, go Bert. He might just die straight up, so I kind of want to go after you. I don't like that. Oh, that's terrible. That's literally worst case scenario. Yeah, we're definitely not clearing this. That was a wonderful double dodge, though. He's supposed to have burning, and that burning was supposed to kill him. Am I going to be able to get a reinforcement? No, I'm not. Okay, so we have to depend on being able to clear out his back wall. We are 1 point ahead at the moment. We've got no more fleets to speak of, but we should be able to maybe deal something to this team over here. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's start off with some scoundrels for the funsies. Yeah, I mean, what could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? This seems like the perfect team. I know I probably should have just taken in bounty hunters, but sometimes you got to say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. I kind of want to capture Dooku. I don't like the idea of Dooku doing stuff. Alright. Just a basic over here on the Droideka. You extorted me. That's a bit rude, isn't it? Yeah, let's just go all in Droideka. Sick, we killed a unit. We killed the unit. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, let's go all in on send newts. Ooh, we can actually do this now. Let's see if we can just straight up get rid of Count. Yeah, Count Dooku is gone. That's good to see. Let's see, let's protect our newts. When in Rome. Let's just get rid of that. Don't want any of that nonsense. Get some days out. Go after the Stap. Stap it now, Stap. Absolutely extort the crap out of him. Yeah, good job. Oh, my lord! That Stap was squishy. That was one squishy Stap right there. Okay, I kind of want to see if we can just kill Newt with whistling birds. That would be great if we could. No revive for you, buddy. No revive for you. We're going to capture you. We're going to extort you. We're going to put on an order for a good time. Nailed it. All right. Send newts as a howler. You gotta send newts, bro. Alright. That might be an 0-3. A 3-0, sorry. For the baby GAC. Baby GAC. Do. Baby GAC. Alright. So we should 3-0 that one. That's nice. That makes a nice change. Episode quests. Claim the stuff. Get the bonus levels. Maybe quickly jump into fleet. See if we can actually go up. Hey, Bem. How you doing, brother? My bold brother. My bold brother. My man. Alright. Let's see if we can at least climb a little bit in fleet before we go over to the main vein. The main vein, and hopefully, you know, do something there. I have no idea. I have no idea, guys. Right now, I'm very curious as to what this fleet is supposed to be. I mean, the only real problem is that it's got Clone Sarge over here. That's the only real problem. Like, why have you got this as a reinforcement, my brother? My brother from another mother. Ow. Let's see. Let's just, just a little bit. I should probably really, just call in my boy Houndstooth to, you know, protect the team. Alas. Alas was not to be the case. I don't know why I continue to attack this one, but I guess we'll go for it. Well. Can I ignore? I can't ignore right now, so let's just get the death mark out. You're gone. Don't know why I fully healed a fully healed unit. We can see that the tilt is on point today, tribe. For now, Ryrock, who knows how long it will last? Who can say how long this merriment will last? Not I. Not I, good sir. How was my weekend? Mustafa, it was lovely. Thank you for asking, good sir. Treated Mrs. Scribble to nice food, a little bit of shopping, buy her some shoes, you know, that sort of thing. Sometimes you gotta treat the missus, especially on her birthday. Do you know what I'm saying, tribe? You're just teaching us the new meta. I'm teaching the new meta. The new meta of climbing in Fleet Arena. Alright, guys, let's wrap it up. because I've got an hour and a bit to try and speedrun main vein GAC. Gotta speedrun that bad mamma jamma. Alright, cool. I mean, I kind of need to quickly go over here and find my boy Scorch. Scorch, you need to refresh this node. We are... Damn it, we are closing in on 7-star Scorch. Closing in. Over here. Oh, man. Now my OBS isn't working either. Everything is not working today, tribe. You've had random people hitting me in my fleet climb like 9 PM last night. It's a bit strange. This is part of my issue that I have. Part of the issue, selfishly, that I have about the slow fleet meta right now. We haven't had anything new for 2 years in the fleet meta. Just more and more solutions. More and more answers to the current problem. It means my fleet charge has gotten more and more competitive. And I don't like climbing for like 20th. I like staying in the top 10. But because CG are just not bringing out new fleets, it just makes the problem worse over time. Oh, thank you, Ryrock. I should have worn one today, but I got distracted. I should have put one on today. How they'll make the new Levy fleet? Yeah, we'll just get a second Leviathan fleet. And they're like, look, guys, it's new. Like, that ain't new. It's just the Leviathan fleet again. Oh, man. Gotta do all sorts over here. Gotta do all sorts. Licorice all sorts. Give me a good data disk. Weak spot. First data disk. That's huge. Okay, we just need to do one battle so I'm not capped on energy, because I hate being capped on energy. Can't remember what the Sector 1 feats are. Pretty sure one is Spectre, right? Dapper surviving, that's fine. Stagger, doubt. Dapper surviving, all good. In fact, do I have like a Sector 1? I think this is an old one. Let's find out. Fleet shard is dead? Yeah. Mine normally is. Is this the one that does doubt? I think it does doubt. Yeah, that does doubt. Hey Eric, what's up? Have we gacked already? Dave, we have not. Well, we've done baby gack. We've powered through baby gack, and I'm just burning my fleet energy, my conquest energy, so I'm not capped. I should probably try and get one climb in fleet, because I'm probably somewhere awful, like 13th, just so that I don't have absolutely terrible fleet payout. How long would it take to upgrade 10 characters from R3 to R7, assuming second order 66 raid block and 3 Cantina refreshes a day? Not that long. I mean, for me it would be easy, but, like, I don't know if you guys are, you know, like, doing really good in TB as well, and how long have you, like, are you starting from nothing in terms of resources, or do you have a stockpile of stuff? It's how long's a piece of string? Baby gack do 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 baby gack do 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 baby gack do 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 baby gack. We did win, I think. We should win baby gack. Because I'm pretty sure he's stonewalled. Alright. Yeah, 10 characters from R3 to R7. I mean, you should be able to do, like, at least one a week. At least one a week. I'm in the wrong screen, I just realized. Should be able to do at least one a week. It's not the Baby Shark song, Kaicho, it's the Baby Gack song. It's entirely different. But I can't imagine it would take 10 weeks either. Like, 10 weeks seems a long time. Like, I know, for example, that I'm going to have to start investing heavily in things like Treya. I'm going to have to take Treya up to, like, Relic 8. And I've wanted to have a high Relic Treya team for ages. Yet the melody stays the same. Just because Baby Shark copied my Baby Gack song doesn't mean that it's the Baby Shark melody. It's the Baby Gack melody. Content creators only do original content. That's absolutely true, Bim. I have that written in stone. Even the ones that copy people. Those are... Why are you calling in this... God damn it, stupid reinforce. Like, you'd think you'd want to reinforce with, you know, the TIE Interceptor. I need to take this off my bench then, really. But it turns out AI is just frickin' dumb. Just real frickin' dumb. Pew 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 pew. I dare you. Come on. Please kill it. Please defeat it. I hear you, Kaicho. I hear you, buddy. What will you be singing when your baby GAC will be doing 10 million? Who knows? Who knows, Cosley? Who knows? That's the real unanswerable question. It won't be much of a baby anymore, will it? It'll be big boy. Although I imagine by the time that account gets to 10 million, we'll probably have like 20 million plus GP in the game. Alright. I don't know what I just closed down. Opponent's got an 18-18. That is a good score, ladies and gentlemen. That is a good score, so no pressure. Let's just not drop a battle. Looks like he dropped one against Jabbar. And nothing in the south wall. And then nothing in the back wall. And probably nothing here as well. Yeah, okay, so we have to be flawless. Absolutely flawless. Everybody knows I'm really good at being absolutely flawless. So Glatt, Queen Amidala. Rey, Seer Ufus. Slacker, JMK Cat. Lord Vader, Bo-Katan, Mandalore. So we know what we're doing up north. That's nice and clear. Seer Malicos with the Raycron. Don't know what to do there. Saw with the Rolocron. I can't remember what to do there. Somebody help me out. And then we've got Balin. We know we can JML that. And then Gungans. Not sure. Okay, so Seer Malicos. Let's find a solution to that real quick. Seer Malicos with Scavvy Ray. Alright. So we've got Seer Malicos. We've got Crew. We've got Stick Ray. And we've got JTR. That's a weird comp, bro. Weird comp. It's got all three. Cooldowns and turn meter. And a chance to dispel debuffs on themselves. Alright. So the armies, they've got all of the armies, I believe. Yeah, all of the armies. So we could use Balin. Except, is my Balin on defense? My Balin is on defense, so we can't use Balin. Answers on a postcard, please. Bad. Bad to the bone. Alright. Malgus, apparently. I'm pretty sure we do have Malgus. Yeah, we've got Malgus. So we could Malgus it. Could also potentially Gungans it. And then we need to deal with this Saw team as well. And I'm very much not a fan of this Saw team. And that's an R9 Chase. Well, it's a R9 Bays at least. R9 Bays. That's never going to be fun. And it's got the Rolocron as well. That's just grim, bro. Rolocron. Defensive armies. What are we looking at? Treya, pretty good. Reaver, pretty good, but my Reaver's on defense. Okay. So maybe Treya. So maybe that's what we'll do. We'll Treya this. We'll Treya this. So let's grab it. And I'm just going to throw on a really big, bulky defense cron. Like a really big, bulky defense cron. That'll have to do. Alright, tribe. Fingers crossed. Let's go for it. Hoping the Rolocron just ends up hurting them enough. I mean, yeah, we might as well. I like that retribution on you. That's gonna just hurt you quite a bit. Any more retribution? No? Let's see. I mean, I guess... I don't really want to isolate Vase. Almost feels wrong to isolate him. I actually kind of want him taunting right now. Drop it like it's hot. Yep. Okay, they are really hurting themselves. If you guys could just lay off the Nihilus, that'd be pretty swell. Alright, if you could also lay off it. Could you, like, stop attacking the people that I care about? If that's okay with you guys. Get rid of... Okay, don't get rid of him. See if I care. I like how this guy is refusing to die. And by like, I mean I really dislike how this guy is refusing to die. Hey, so Savage, do you want to do your job, mate? Do you want to do your job and actually taunt for once? The hell is wrong with Savage? Why was he just not taunting? Oh, he had buff immunity. That kind of makes sense now. I'm not liking the look of this, guys. I'll be honest. I'm pretty sure we are cooked. This guy is refusing to die. Yeah, we are so dead here. We are so dead here. I don't know why he was just refusing to die. He was like, he had no health. Okay, so that's a really bad start for us, ladies and gentlemen. Really bad start. Love it. Love it. Cool. Okay. Would have thought that would have gone a little bit better. Alas, not the case. Not the case. Like, he was just not dying at all, and I don't know why. It's only an R7 Luthen. You would have thought you would just die, but no. Okay. Fine. I feel like... Not gonna use that, obviously. I feel like if we just go in straight away, can't we just insta-kill this guy? He's basically dead. He's basically dead. He should just die straight away. I think. I think, anyway. I'm not entirely sure. Bane the Sword. We've done that before and it just did not work. So I'm hoping that we should be able to just go in and kill him straight away. And now I really want to get rid of Kyle Katarn. Again, I was expecting just a little bit more damage than that, bro. I think we're cooked. Can you please just land a debuff when they've got Tenacity down? Jesus. Yeah, that's game, guys. That's game. Like, I don't even know what's going on anymore. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Mate, this is what happens when you get absolutely wound up by a broken camera for 45 minutes before you start your stream. That's what happens. That's what happens. Undermans, I would have to underman incredibly efficiently for us to even stand the vaguest hope. The very vaguest of hopes. Apparently, he just doesn't want to die. Yeah, that's so game right now. That is so game. Okay, so Boss Nass. What am I going to have to do against Boss Nass? We don't have certain problems because we've used our Treya to great effect, obviously. Was there a Ray up tool? Yeah, there was. We need to. Let's go ahead and just use the teams that we're going to use up here. Can Inquisitors or Malgus? Oh, I don't have Inquisitors. I do have Malgus, but I think I need them elsewhere. So I'm just gonna keep powering through so that at least I'm killing some stuff. Unaligned Force users over here. Sorry guys, I need to blow my nose real quick. Alright, okay. Alright, okay. So, unaligned Force users. We'll get you, we'll get you. We won't take you. We'll get you, we'll get you. And, yeah, sure. Let's take in Cal. And I think we'll take in the Darth Vader Cron over here. And we're just going to send it. We're just going to send it. Alright. Let's get rid of that. Temporarily. Temporarily. Let's throw some rocks directly at Ben. Hopefully stun him. Great. Yeah, okay, cool. Do that. There she blows. There she blows indeed. Okay, now let's just do the hits. Wonderful. GK stopping us from doing some of the fun stuff right now, obviously. Sure. Yeah, no reason not to. Okay, we got him into damage immunity at the very least. Let's see. Does she have crit hit immunity? She does not. Let's throw some rocks at her. We are so very fortunate that we managed to get that extra turn in there so that it went straight into the ult instead of other things. Let's keep people alive, hopefully. Tanking the damage. That's great. Buff immunity is also kind of huge. Let's see. Good. Damage immunity. Yeah, lots of hits. DI. If we can take out Ben now, that would be huge. Not quite. Back over. Let's get rid of some of these buffs. Let's get rid of some of these. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. That was a little bit more than I was expecting. Good thing is she's just going to go straight back into ult right now. Kind of want to get her... Oh, that's not great. I wasn't expecting her to die there. That's really not great. We're gonna die. Whoo! That's some scary business. Let's drop it like it's hot. Someone's dying. I don't know how we are still alive here. I also don't know how Ray is... Oh, it's this douche, isn't it? Let's get rid of him. Thank you. Heal her up. Alright. Yep. We desperately need her to not kill Malicos right now. Okay, we got it. That was scary. That was scary. Alright, cool. Just gonna keep running. Just gonna keep running. Cat, you. Padme. Hodocron. Let's go. Don't know how we hung in there. Genuinely don't know how we hung in there. Okay. Start off with just a little bit of this DI. Good. A little bit of that miss action coming in. I'm going to pass this over to Fives right now. Fives, call him in, baby. All in. Good. Enough hits there, honey? Have you done enough hits yet? Have you done enough hits? Jesus Christ. Just like, yep, I think we'll do a couple more hits. Is it just Snips that hasn't taken a turn from my side? I think it might be. Okay, everybody's taken a turn now. So we should be able to defeat you. Thank you. Alright. Into the ult we go. Very rude. Don't know why I did that. That was a complete waste of everybody's time. Get rid of her. Wonderful. Focus on Hux. Just get rid of that retribution, I think. Call her in. Just a basic. Alright, we're down to just a Solar Slacker. He should be out of DI. Straight back into the ult before I had a chance to do anything. Wonderful. It's just what I always wanted. Let's pass it back over to JMK over here. Hopefully we've got DI available. Yes, we do. So that'll give us some foresight. Missed. Thank you, sir. Come on. Let's keep calling in Kitty Cat for now, so that we can ramp up the damage on her Force Leap. Ready for when Supreme Leader Kylo Ren comes out of damage immunity. Got it. Good. That's another one down, tribe. That's another one down. Lord Vader. Lord Vader. Mandalorians. Alright. Let's get our own Rolocron going. And just straight into it, baby. Straight into it. No messing around. Just do it in huggies. That was a lot of upcoming damage. We're gonna be brave. Be as brave as we can. All in on Disguised Clone Trooper. Nice. I love it when we're able to finish him immediately. Towards the Scorch. Yeah, we'll take those. We'll take all of that. It's not too shabby. And get rid of Scorch would be kind of great. Wonderful. And now it's just down to Lord Failure. We've got the 21 stacks of Whistling Birds. And Lord Vader is dead. Huge. Could do with some heals right about now. Let's protect. See if we can drag this out just a little bit. Come on. That wasn't... Oh! That wasn't too bad in the end. Lost a couple of banners. A banner. Do we think Queen Amidala with a support Kron stands a chance against Lord Vader clones? Maybe? Maybe would be my answer. Speaking of Queen Amidala. With the support Kron. Just going to use that to clear out this north. Going to do insane damage. Has he got the 25% turn meter? No, he's gone for bulk. He's gone for bulk. Go ahead and do some of this good business. Absolutely get the increased damage. Weak. Oh, Ezra, did you have to dodge? Ezra had to dodge the AoE, didn't he? Oh, well, he's dead. I don't know. I don't know what happened to Ezra. He'd not enjoy that, though. All right. That's gone. Good. Okay. So, from our notes. Seojunda, we're going to Malakos this. I mean, we do have quite a lot of strong teams here. We do have quite a lot of strong teams. I kind of want to save them for the back wall. Not Malakos, sorry, Sith Empire. Malgus. Anything with a load of health would be nice. That'll do. That was Jabba, not Ezra. You're absolutely right. Full cleared again, first time. Nice. A little bit of fear going. I don't really want to waste that on you. Actually, to be honest, we do really need to deal with Stick Ray. So if I can get rid of the thingamabob over there, this is going to hurt. Dear me. That is some painful business right there. What I don't want to do right now is I do not want to trigger Malakos. Okay, suck her dry. I don't want to trigger Malakos, basically. Is she just immune to ability block? What is it? Is she immune to ability block? Alright, keep the fear. Fear the Malakos. I just don't want her one-tapping a unit either, is the other side of things. Let's recover. Yeah, she must be immune to ability block, because it's just not happening. Get rid. Okay, huge. Great. Take him out. Huge. Okay, huge. Yeah, we can suck her dry. If we can now recover all the banners, that would be great. Because that got hairy for a minute there. That did get hairy-mary kind of scary. Alright, good. We should be golden from here. It's not like my boy Kylo Ren is going to do anything to this team. So if we can just heal up those missing prop banners. Brilliant. Yeet him out. Nice. Huge. Okay. Good. So. Pretty sure we can JML this. Pretty sure we can JML this. Just go for our highest protection Kron. I guess it's going to be this one. Gain some of that. Let's see. I do want you to do this. I would like you to go around. Take her out. I would like you to potentially take out Marok. Nice. Rude. Alright. So. Well, I guess I might as well try and get the armor shred and the stun. Of course, they can't be stunned, so why would that work? Let's go back over here. Let's pass this back over to Hermit Yoda. Let's just get rid of you. And you. Kind of want to heal up. That'll have to do. We dropped the banner. Alright, Gungans then. Gungans. What should we use against Gungans, guys? What shall we use against Gungans? New. Gungans, stuns, and Tarples. Oh no, it's Phalanx. And he's got 2 of Jar Jar zombies. Just 2 of Jar Jar zombies. Okay, stacking critical damage. I've got the Phalanx and the stun. It's an interesting setup. Now we could just Bane it. We could layer it. You often use your Gungans on Gungans, but it doesn't work every time? Yeah, no, I don't feel that. We've used more Mandos already. Leia's a pretty heavy team, but you know what? We've got loads of GLs. So let's go with Leia. I wonder, can we underman with Leia? Is that at all possible? Is it at all possible? Boss Nass. Leia. Yeah, Leia R2. Let's go for it. I have to try and get some sort of benefit somewhere, guys. Have to try and get some sort of benefit somewhere. So if I just rock a really big chunky defense cron like this one, we might be okay. Let's go for it. Leia Solo? No, Leia Solo will just die. I'm pretty sure Leia Solo will just die. Oh no! Let's see. Yeah, let's just get some burning out. There's all of that damage coming out of them right now. To be honest, I might as well be doing this. I feel like I should actually just be leaving Leia out in the open, although they have just done that. So that could be problematic in the tribe. It's problematic. Can you not? Pretty please, can you not? Come on. R2, if you could take a turn. R2, please take a turn. Pretty please. Alright. I'm feeling a little bit better about life, the universe, and everything. As long as their balls don't continually drop on my face, we should be fine. Hey, good night, Mustafa. Good night, buddy. Sure. Don't laugh at me, boss nass. Let's just get him. Huge. Good. Stun him. Or kill him. That works too. Alright, good. 67. Full banners. 42 balls on my face. Dropping balls on my face is never a good time. Alright, what have we got? We have got mace. We have got some stuff. Okay, cool. Jedi Master Mace Windu, which I'm pretty sure we can see. So I just need to go in with the things that I can underman. So it'll be like C, it'll be Bane, and then something. Maybe we can Hondo something, solo something, who knows. Okay, so Jedi Master Mace. I'm pretty sure Jedi Master Mace, that's an R9 full squad. That's kind of rough. R9 full squad. Temple Guard Kron. Defensive armies. Let's see. This might have to be Bane. C Bane has got like a high win rate, a high banner rate of 64. What about Malgus? Full squad of Malgus. We might be able to Pirate King Hondo it, potentially. That's also a Bane thing. Hang on, let's just see if it's even remotely possible. I don't think it's remotely possible for us to actually win from here. We've used Treya. So I don't think it's possible for us to win from here. In fact, I should probably just do Fleet right now. Okay. So. Just trying to think of what the best solution will be here. I need to get the highest banner wins I can versus his fleet. So let's go Negotiator. He's got this as his starting fleet. What's going to get me the best banners here? Sort by banners. Okay, so Executor we could use. Literally just go in this trio over here. Hey, thanks, Hugsy. So this trio over here can get 76 potentially, and so can Leviathan with just the thingy ad. Okay, that's fine. Let's get a second opinion. Let's just go and see what about that that Tarkin team. See what the Tarkin team options are. I just want to make sure that I'm going for the highest banner possible wins I can. Sort by banners. Yeah, so Levy is basically the solution. Levy and Exec are the solution for both of them. I'm going to Levy this one. That's the wrong fleet. Oh, my Levy's on defense, so I can't use Levy there. I can't use Levy because I put Levy on defense. That makes some sense. Okay. I'm so used to having the Levy available. So used to having Levy available. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can... I'm pretty sure that I can just use Profundity here. With no reinforcements. So I'm going to do that over here. I'm going to Profundity this. And we have to hope that we don't get bad RNG. So, let's go for it, tribe. No bad RNG, please. Right. We want to go all in on Annie. We need to trigger him, basically. I mean, realistically, we did need a little bit more than that. But that's okay. He should not do the mass assist, which is the important part. Alrighty. Good. Let's go in for the assists. Let's mark Anakin. That's okay, I don't mind him giving himself a blowjob. You can give yourself a blowjob all day, good sir. Think he should lose unending loyalty. Oh, okay, maybe not. Must have another turn of it. Okay, great. So let's go over here. Nice AoE. Beautiful. Pass the turn over to the Outrider. Oh, did you have to... He dodged the hit from the Millennium Falcon. That's so rude, bro. We're going to lose banners here because of that. That was super close. That was super close, guys. That was super close. All right. Okay. Get rid of him. Get rid of everything that we possibly can. I can't believe that we somehow managed to keep the Rebel Y-Wing alive. I don't even know how we managed to do that. Also, kind of want to make sure that we double tap this douche. So that he doesn't get that big AoE off on us again. Just like that. That's all I was asking for. All I was asking for. Good. Full banners. Full banners, baby. 77. The GAC gods have you in your hand. They do indeed. Okay. So basically, we've got Negotiator, which I know we can use here. And that leaves us to, that leaves us with Executor against his Executrix. So, all in we go. Just need that big boom. Not quite as much damage as I was hoping for, but we should still be okay. Call in the Ploey. Come on then. Thank you. Alright, pretty good banners. Think we only got dropped one there, so 75 maybe? 75. Nice. And then we'll go Executor. And we'll just take in these guys, I believe. So let's just double check that real quick. We're going up against Executrix. He's got a weird starting comp. Not familiar with this fleet. Sort by banners. Okay. I'm going to take in 1. It's got lower average banners, Ginger. It's got lower average banners, so this one has still got, according to Swigger.gg, this comp over here. Hang on, where is it? Yeah, 70. It's got a 100% win rate, but it's only been 1 battle, so it's not exactly a lot. It's got 2 reinforcements, so it should be Scythe and TIE Defender, apparently. Let's just take in both. Kind of want to go all in on the shuttle. I don't like the idea of that shuttle doing stuff. Come on, call him in. Good. At least the shuttle is gone. See if we can take out this guy. Want to make sure... Okay, never mind. So who's he going to call in? Scythe. He gets the extra reinforces. I'm going to save the heal. I want to take out the TIE Bomber. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and heal up on the Razor Crest. It's got TIE Defender. Let's get the mark over here on the Scythe. Get rid of the Scythe. Okay. All in on TIE Defender. That's real painful to have that happen right at the end there, but there we go. Okay, that's a win. Definitely didn't need the extra ship, but I'll take whatever we got there. 74? 73. Ugh. Gross. Okay, now is when we do banner math. I'm pretty sure we've got no chance. 18, 18 minus 14, 18, which means we need 400 banners. Minus 210. Divide that by 3. We need 63 banner averages. We can still win this. We have to be clean. If we are clean, we can win this, basically. If we are clean, we can win this. Okay, we've got half an hour. So Jedi Master Mace first. This full R9 team with almost all of the armies. I need to do something kind of special here. Now, I know that I can take in, like, Seabane, but what if I was to take in something like... I can see somebody over here has taken in Lord Vader Apo Duo. And it worked. And that was against a full R9 squad as well. That's kind of crazy. It's not the Apocron, no. It's the one that boosts their damage. So this one over here, and this one over here. I'm kind of tempted. I'm kind of tempted. It's got a 100% win rate so far. Still have 3 GLs? Gungans and Bane? I do, Aatrox, yeah. Well, this will be 2 and 1, Ginger. 2 and 1. I'm going to try this, guys. We're going to try it. Let's go for it. Or are we? Are we going to try it? I mean, I don't need to risk it, do I? But this is still a 65, and most things are pretty bad. Most things are pretty bad in terms of banner ratios for this team. Just checking everything that people have used here. I mean, we can just, like, Bane +1 it. You know, we could do something like this. And that still gives us a real nice benefit as well. Oh, man. It does feel sketchy. It does feel sketchy. But something like this looks kind of nice. What have I got for as far as big health crons go? Health, crit damage, potency, and health steal. Health, crit damage, health steal, crit chance. %45% health and 60% health steal. Alright. Let's give it a try, guys. Let's give it a try. Okay, so look. They've all got foresight. Let's at least just get rid of the foresight. Sucky suck on Jocasta. Wow, they're going hard on Bane, bro. They're just completely ignoring this dude. Oh, now he took his turn. Oh, God. Oh, my lord. That is terrifying. That was terrifying, guys. Holy cow, was that scary. That's not good for banners, obviously. We will eventually clear through Temple Guard, but that was absolutely terrifying. Okay, 65. 65 is good because we only needed a 63 average. 65 is good because we needed a 63 average. So, next up, it's going to be Malgus. Malgus, standard comp over here. Nothing too crazy there. Is Relic 9, does have triple omnis. We do have C Watt though. Oh, well, no, actually we don't have Watt, do we? Oh, we do have C Watt. So we could just C Watt this for good banners. Especially if I've got some with a boatload of defense. I mean, that might actually be enough. You know, just the 125% defense alone. Maybe something like this is better, though. Because we're gaining some additional buffs. Yeah, defense to survive the attacks, Cosley, more than anything. Let's go for it. Don't get me wrong, health is nice on C. It is nice. But defense is generally better. Okay, we'll link you, and we'll link DR. Now, we're definitely going to lose. What? That's completely expected. But again, this should hopefully still be a 65. Should be a 65. Come on. I think our performance in fleet might have saved us. Quite happy to leave that like that. Let's just keep it going. Yeah, sure. They're doing all their nasty business. All of this is pretty standard operating behaviors. Alright, good. So let's go ahead and link her. But also link the Marauder. Tickle Malik. Tickle Malik. Tickle Malik. They can't deal enough damage to me. I'm overhealing right now. Yeah. Malik, you can't do enough to me now, buddy. Good. I keep trying to drink from here. There's nothing in that can. Got him. 65. So, let's just double check that math. 1818 minus 1548 minus 210. We need 60 banners to win. 60 banners to win? I feel like we should just Hondo it. I feel like we should just Hondo this. To say that we used Hondo. With our Hondo Cron. Alright. Mine's only R8, Ginger. It's just max health. It's like 200k health. Alright. No, I'm going to use Hondo, guys. I want to use my new GL, damn it. I'm sure Hondo will do fine here, right? I want to use my new GL. Alright. Lightning Raid. Take care of Finn. Good. Let's go ahead and strip that turn meter. Yeah, I'll just do an AoE, gain some offense up. Oh, my lord. Everybody looking a little bit peaky on their side. Let's get rid of that, shall we? Wonderful. Let's have a drink. Drink with Hondo. This team only beats Hondo if it's got the Rolocron. Let's take out Poe. Basic on the Tico's Tacos. Tico's Tacos, baby. Is Zori's butt. Alright. Got him. 65. That should be game, set, and match. I thought we were cooked from the start. After the failure at the beginning, we definitely went on tilt. But I think we saved it with the fleet performance. Because we had good fleet banners. We had very good fleet banners. So yeah, not all was lost, ladies and gentlebeans. Not all was lost. We just about managed to pull through. Just. Grats, thank you. Thank you, Sorotzi. Thank you, buddy. So we can now go over to... not this one. This one. Got there eventually. Get rid of that shot counter now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Ludog. Appreciate you. So, if anybody wants to discuss anything to do with the playtest, I will be chilling out now, doing Conquest, and talking about the playtest. Okay? So, any questions? Just let's keep it civil. You know? Be real. I'm going to go grab a Hazy Jane. I think it's my last one in the fridge downstairs. And we'll get going. Oh, we did Baby GAC already, Smeagol. Thank you, Felragon. No, they haven't, Hugsy. All right. So, what do I suspect will happen next? What in terms of testing? I think we'll go through another round of stat changes. And then I think we may have stuff like Raiding and Conquest go live to test. I'm not sure. Do you know if it has to be... Oh, sorry. Do you know if it has to be at character level? I think the system could work better if it looks at average relic by squad and prevents 1R9. It looks independently. The damage calculation is done for each independent character. Let me be clear. I don't think that if you've got... I don't personally feel like if you have a squad and one character is on R9 and the rest of your team is R5 and the rest of the other team is R5, I do not think that means you are going to be stonewalled and you cannot kill it. I don't think that's... with the damage reduction that they've done now, it's not... They won't stop you from being able to just straight up power through eventually. It'll just take a little bit longer. Now, if there's like multiple R9 tanks, it could be a bit of an issue because it might be difficult to... You might time out, right? If there's like... If there's, say, 2 R9 tanks and you're a full R5 team, you might time out. Depends on the team. Depends on the squad. If your team is heavily focused on, like, exposes and stuff like that, it'll be a bit easier because that doesn't get mitigated. I know CG has been busy with the playtest Relic Delta, but when are they going to give the players that got... Oh, I don't know, Mananal. I haven't heard anything about Smuggler's Run 3 yet. Have they said anything about the health of guilds in the community? Only that currently there's nothing planned for TW. Which is not great, right? It's not great. What do you think about the EA acquisition news? I'm interested to see what that means for Galaxy of Heroes. I'm interested to see what it means. Because acquisitions in business can often mean, you know, things are going to change. So... I'm curious to see what might happen. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a different thing, right? Well, we'll get a second Dengar, Rotsy. Is that what you're trying to say? How are we doing on the old feats over here? 10 with Dapper. Inflict doubt a certain number of times, evade attacks that we win, attempt to inflict stagger, all that good jazz. I'm just going to keep on using Depper until I can Depper no more. I think the biggest changes will be this games Life, BF and FIFA. Will be games like Battlefield and FIFA. This game probably won't get changed much. That's fair. That's fair. I've no idea what it, you know, what it could potentially mean, but I'm sure we'll find out. Malgus R9, 20 holds. Nice. That's huge, dude. Think it's bad to try and fix a complex problem with a simple solution? Always. I mean, simple solutions are not always terrible, truth be told. But I don't think that Relic Delta, you know, solves more issues than it creates. But I'm not some sort of genius game designer, so... Does anyone know when the next Mace will be? After tomorrow? It'll be in 3 months' time, Ginger, usually. Usually takes 3 months. Painful trials, evasive techniques, last rites. None of these are great. I guess I'll take on evasive techniques for now. Why not? Have we got a date for the Relic Delta to come out yet? Not yet, no. No date. We're supposed to be hearing a little bit today. I'm not sure if stuff has gone live since I posted. Crap. Shit, I haven't done anything in the raid. Oh, fuck. No! No! Shit, what do I need to do? What would be the easiest thing? PK Hondo? crap, guys. God damn it. This is what you get for taking the misses away for the weekend. Lightning raid. Go. Take out Apo, please. Or nearly take out Apo, please. Take out Apo, please. Good. Apo is gone. Have a drink. Poor Hondo. Now just capture this dude. Good. Nice assists. This is awkward because we'll just have our Hondo escape. I should probably just have Hondo escape, truth be told, shouldn't I? I should probably just have him escape. Hey, perfect. Thank you, Kaicha. Will you take a turn? Okay, good. Knock him down. Get the revive. What was going on with my camera? It was just choosing not to work. Wasn't particularly helpful. It was just constantly crashing. I was expecting a little more damage than that. I like how Hondo laughs a lot. Yeah, so the camera was just not working at all. It was refusing to. It'd work for like 6 seconds and then it would shut itself off. So I had to spend a long ass time trying to make it not do that, basically. It wasn't particularly enjoyable. It frustrated me to no end. Good. Alright. At least I got 3.6. I can see if I can get Tarkin Scorch to work real quick to get more score, but I'm not modded for it at the minute. God damn. Yes, Aatrox, that is indeed how PK Hondo sounds. It's just like... That's not Scorch. That's not Scorch. Just a basic. That's a really silly thing to do. Why would you do that, Scribe? You're a dumbass. You can full clones? Oh, that's a really good point, Aatrox. I could just go full clones. That's a very good point. I'm sure full clones will be fine. Get you. To be honest, I don't know why I'm focusing on Apo. I really don't. There's no reason for me to be focusing on Apo. Come on. I don't know if I've got time to keep doing this, truth be told. Because it's one of those days. It is one of those days. My brain is frazzled, bro. My brain is totally frazzled. Over here. Might as well. Come on. It's a Monday, it's acceptable. You're gonna... Yes, I am. I will be doing Conquest, buddy. I will indeed be doing Conquest. Nice. Scorch doesn't do enough damage on a basic at any time. I mean, he's a tank. He doesn't really need to do a lot of damage. God damn it. This is why you can't full auto the raid. Look at Tarkin. He's like, yes, serious business. There we go. Bap down, bap dum bap bum bap ba bow. 4 minutes. I mean, it's weird. Let's go for it. In fact, I think that actually messes stuff up, but there we go. Let's find out. Yeah, when you don't have the proper modding, it's a little bit unfortunate. That's okay, I don't care if you kill Quigold. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is gonna work so good. I don't know if this is gonna work so good. Galactic Republic. I also don't think this will particularly work, but let's try it. See if we can just get some... The Quigoat! Deep down, they're like, oh shit! When Vader comes out, yeah. A little bit. All in? Nice. That's to be expected, I suppose. Just don't kill these two. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking, bro. Rude. And he dodged. It's incredibly rude. Jocasta, I need you to whip out the old gun. Now you guys just don't hit Keller and Beck, okay? Well, fuck you guys then. Come on, Granny with a gun. Granny, I need you to be better. Blow the board. Yes. Fuck it, let's just take some points. I don't really care. I don't really care. Let's have a look. We just need a little bit more. Ah, shit. We just need a few more points. Quick, send in Bad Batch. R8 Bad Batch at the 300 tier. Keller and Beck still missing a saber? Yes, he is. Come on. Take the rocket. I'm sure Ugnaught can beat the Darkside Raycron. I have utter faith. Go. Quick. Beat them. Stop hitting Lord Vader. Quick. Beat them. We've got like a minute left. Why did you... Why did they do that? Alright, good. Quick, submit it. Submit. Stop it. 11 seconds. Whew! Just in the nick of time. Oh, I missed out on so much. Never mind, eh? What the... There we go. I know I didn't need to do that at all. Good. We've done some stuff. That was probably faster than killing the clones. You're probably right, truth be told. It probably was faster than killing the clones. Let's get back to the old conquestuals then. Right. What am I doing? I'm still trying to win with Depper. Arnold is making a new game. Arnold is making a game. John, has Arnold done a video announcement? Oh crap, wrong button. Has Arnold done a video announcement on that? He's doing it, he's making a game live now, or he's announcing it live now. That's kind of cool, not gonna lie. That is kind of cool. $28.8 Games is the name. 28.8 Games, announcing it now. That's interesting. Should we get Arnold up on stream to have a look at it? See what he's talking about.
The game that I'm working on with this amazing team, it's in an area of a huge opportunity, and with the budget that I have allowed to myself, I'm going to talk more about this later on this week. As you guys know, this whole YouTube thing was a complete accident. I didn't know something could happen on YouTube. I was just sharing myself playing a game that I liked with my guild. It turned into something completely accidental. Once I saw like things were going somewhere, it's kind of like every boy's dream growing up.
Sorry, didn't mean to pause that.
To make a video game. So over the years, I've been always, putting money aside where I can. Like, I want to put together my war chest to try to make something happen. So over these years, I was able to put something good together to get a huge part going. But as I said, I'm going to need your guys' help to get it to the full fruition and to completely wow people to take this to the full distance. Let me tell you, one thing I've learned, I've been on this journey. Well, I don't want to talk too much because there's some context you need to know about why we're starting off at this point. But let's just say I've been spending a lot of time talking to a lot of people, and I got the game plan for how we can get this to the finish line. Yeah, why don't you just buy
okay.
a little bit tough. They're all about $5. How do we invest? We're going to talk more about that later this week. The reason why I want to start off a live stream announcement rather than just kind of drop it out of nowhere, if you're here right now, that means whether you're going to watch it now or you're going to come later, that means you're going to care about what we've been doing over there. So I wanted to make sure you guys were the first to know, and I'm going to announce it at other places later on today and throughout the week. I want you guys to be the first to know, but I will tell you this. Essentially what's going to happen over this next couple months, me and the team I put together, we're going to put together a stellar demo, trailer, proof of concept, and maybe more we're kind of looking at the budget I have and how we can maximize it to make the best product possible. And I have plans early next year, we're going to do a Kickstarter, and you guys, it's not going to tell the full game. Basically with your guys' support, this is where the community gets involved. You guys can help literally shape the next characters, the next battlegrounds, as we kind of hit those higher and higher goals inside of Kickstarter. So
he's doing a crowdfunding thing for it.
Over the next months, you're going to see how a game is built, right? Because you always see the end product. You don't see what happens at the very beginning, the middle, the end, right? And also a chance to kind of shape the world that I envision and to help it take off, not just in this first game that we're going to work on, but to many other avenues beyond that. So it's going to be super exciting. The people that I'm working with too, they've been in the industry for decades, and they love the idea of just being able to have that direct point of contact with you guys, and you literally telling us how you'd like to see this game moving forward. So I feel like I'm going to start blabbering too much. I want to save it till Friday. Cool. I wanted you guys to be the first to know today. Again, thank you. Whew. I'm extremely excited. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous, like, oh man.
Yeah, you can tell he's excited.
It's like, man, is today the day? I think it is. We started development about 2 weeks ago. We're in the early stages of it all, and I wanted to make this announcement, I guess, first and foremost, because we started 2 weeks ago. I want to kind of show you kind of like every week what we're doing leading up to the point of the big, I guess, demo reveal come early next year. And then that's when we can supercharge.
Yeah, Victor, I do.
Really flesh out the rest that we need to bring this in. Yeah, what only tweaks. Yeah, so there, again, there's a lot of context. There's a lot of context. Well, basically, there's a lot of, let's put it this way.
No, it can be.
Pre-production stuff that goes on. Everything gets set up, and then we hit the ground running. So literally, things are starting to get developed pretty recently. And the reason why I want to start this early, because I want to show you guys what happens along the way, right? Instead of just saying, here's the final product, I want to show you guys and also invite you guys early so that way we can build some things together and you can give feedback pretty early on. Why 25/8? Because we go above and beyond. We like to party for 1 extra hour, 1 extra day of partying hard, my friends. Hence, 25/8. What's the genre? No, I'm not going to tell you yet. I'm not going to tell you yet. Let's just say it's going to blow your minds. I will promise you that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going to, I can't wait to see your guys' reaction. I want you guys to think outside your imagination just a little bit here. Just a little bit. You'll see. We have JWiggs3599. You can count on my paycheck right now. Thank you so much. Again, we're going to talk later on this week.
So we have no idea what the game is.
Show you guys first before you want to help.
It's cool that he's doing this.
What the world looks like, these characters that we're developing, the world that we're developing on top of it, and then the Kickstarter comes next year. But I'll tell you this before the announcement. The only reason why I'm at this position because the people I talk to, they loved watching me. They watched me because you guys are watching me, and then they saw me. I will tell you this: the people that I'm talking to that's keeping their eyes on the success of this game, the Kickstarter, just having people follow it, not even like do anything when I release it later on this week for you guys to put it on a watch list. Just watching it, it's gonna seriously make a huge impact on this game's trajectory. And then next year is when, ooh boy, we start supercharging everything. Darth Evac $2, 25/8 games merch when? There will be merch later on this week for those that maybe want to just kind of celebrate the founders' moments here of us starting the studio. That and also the first game, I got some merch for that as well. So a lot of cool stuff in the woodwork.
He's already planning a second game. It's kind of wild.
Again, we're going on a long tangent. There will be a Steam wish list, but you need to have gameplay first. So the Steam wish list will come early next year once we have some gameplay to show you guys, and you can kind of see, the cool trailer cinematics and the characters and all that. So that'll come next year. But at least now, when I start it up later on this week, you can at least put the Kickstarter on a little watch. You can see all the cool stuff I have written on there. And then when it's game time next year to supercharge production, oh boy, we're gonna be partying. And then Tanner Smith, welcome to the Comic Cup VIP Plus program. Thank you. We got Austin Ogan, the 409. Can't wait to see what the game will be. I'll definitely be a supporter. Walter and Rowan said they are excited as well. I am.
All right. Okay.
I'm so stoked. I'm so happy.
So that's really cool. That's really cool that Arnold is looking to launch his own game company. And he's absolutely right. As like a kid growing up, that's kind of like the goal. It's like, wow, I'd love to make a computer game, right? Because we're all nerds growing up, right? We're all playing computer games as kids, just having a good time and thinking that would be the goal, is to be able to make games. And he's realizing it, which is huge, man. Which is huge. So it sounds like whatever he's doing, he's talking about, it sounds like it's going to be a live service game. It's going to be a live service game, so maybe he's sticking to what he knows. I don't necessarily think that it's going to be a Swugger clone, but the fact that he's talking about new characters releasing, maybe it's going to be a MOBA, maybe it's going to be an, team-based shooting type game. Who knows? But I guess we'll find out. Well, I guess we'll find out soon enough. It's kind of cool though. Need to watch people watching people more often. Like genuine, getting my entertainment at 2 times speed. It's the only way to do it, brother. That is the only way to do it. It's the only way to fly. So yeah, that's really cool, man. I wish him the best of luck. We will watch his success. We will watch his success and see how he gets on. Let's go to this one over here. Yeah, no, good for Arnold, man. Good for Arnold that he's able to, he's got the business, because he's been teasing that he's got something planned to announce for a long time now. He's been teasing that he's got something in the works. And I know he's tried to do other stuff. He's tried to cover other games and things like that, and it's never really, it hasn't had the same success as his Galaxy of Heroes channel has had, which is, it's nothing against Arnold, but it's no surprise, because breaking into a new genre is very difficult, isn't it? Trying to just because you're successful in one area doesn't necessarily mean you'll be successful in another area. So, him doing stuff like his Raid channel, which is obviously a sponsored channel and stuff like that, he's probably funneling that money into funding his game company, And he's making himself other forms of revenue. That's the idea, is that this will be a business for him, right? Which is huge. Seems to be an official thing since March. Yeah. Swigger is a turn-based hero collector. Let's not immediately yell clone. I just said I don't think it will be a Swigger clone. That's what I said. I don't think it will be a Swigger clone. All I know is that he's talking. It sounds like it's definitely going to be a live service game. I think so, Foot. I think so. We'll check now. Definitely sounds like it'll be a live service game because he's talking about you know, new characters and how people can shape the future and stuff like that. Yep, we won this one. I don't know about Baby GAC, but we should have won Baby GAC. So yeah, that's really cool for Arnold, man. That's really cool. I'm happy for the guy. I wonder what that means, because I imagine he's incredibly dependent on his YouTube channel being a success. So is it... He's obviously going to keep on covering Galaxy of Heroes, and maybe he's just got like a team of devs and he's just got like executive oversight of what's going on in the game. No idea. No idea. He says he's got people working on there that have got decades worth of experience within the industry. That's amazing. So, you know, technically speaking, he doesn't necessarily need to have his hands on the wheel the whole time. And that's the smartest way to do business, realistically speaking, is you don't have to be the smartest person in the room, but you have to have the smartest people in the room around you. You know? Hats off to him. Let the games go well and the release. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully his game does very well. You know? It's not easy to put out a game, but people do it. Just look at things like Silksong, you know? Silksong was massively successful. And that was, what, two guys just doing it as a passion? So it's definitely possible. He signed a pact with the devil. I don't think we can be sure of that. I don't think we could say that, but he's had great levels of success, and I'm sure he will continue to have great levels of success. Oh dear. Oh my. Might be able to get ourselves a couple of extra doubts here. If we are lucky. Nope, see you, Patters. No. I need my Temple God to potentially survive. Hang on in there, Temple God. Oh, we are doing more and more damage now. Get out of here, Threep CPO. There we go. Hollow Knight is a better example as Silksong had 17 years and all the money because of the first game. Yeah. Yeah. It's no bad thing if the largest creator in the space promotes a competitors to Swigger. No, competition is a good thing. Competition is always a good thing when it comes to that. But we don't know if whatever he's creating is going to be a competitor. You know, it could be entirely different. It could be in a completely different game space. All it sounds like to me right now, and it might not be, but it sounds like it's a live service game. And there's nothing wrong with live service games, they're great. Got long shelf lives. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's get that doubt. Oh, doubt has to be on the leader. My bad. My bad. Boop. Boop. Did. Don't know why CG keeps pushing with Delta when they can easily go for Relic 10, because those two things are entirely different. Relic 10 doesn't achieve the same thing as Relic Delta does. But we are supposed to hear today why CG is pushing for Relic Delta. We're supposed to hear that today. Now let me check to see if there's been an announcement. Yeah, the team is working on a statement to the community, but that was about 4 hours ago. Yeah, so message incoming. Yeah, so we still haven't heard why yet, why Relic Delta is coming. What is CG's argument to have that thing in the game? But I think we don't need CG to tell us, you know, why are we not just dropping Relic 10? And I've said it for ages now, I still think Relic 10 is coming. I don't think we don't get Relic 10. I in fact think that we get Relic 10 either with Relic Delta or soon after. Because they feed into each other, right? But Relic levels give stats that are very specific to the character type, right? So Ezra gains evasion, you know, Gas gains accuracy and damage. Giving Relic 10 does not make that character harder to beat with a Relic 5 character. And it certainly doesn't make, you know, particular matchups more difficult. It's just the same thing. Like the reason Relic Delta is coming to the game is because R9 is so expensive. Well, no, I don't know this, but let's face it, right? If you looked at a Gear 3 character and you took it up against a Gear 12 character, you wouldn't expect that to win. Same with a Gear 4 or a Gear 5 or a Gear 6 or a Gear 7 or a Gear 8 or a Gear 9, right? Potentially, maybe Gear 9, like a meta team Gear 9 going up against a Gear 12 character, maybe it can win there, right? But that's not true with Relic levels. That's not true with Relic levels. They're completely different, right? They don't give the same level of power. And the way that that power is distributed really varies based on the character that's receiving it. So I think what CG is trying to do is trying to make that Relic differential matter in battles when it largely doesn't for most cases, right? And even if they were to go back and just change the bonuses that each Relic tier gets, it wouldn't solve the problem. It wouldn't help because of the way that stats are awarded for Relic levels. Now, they could completely redo how we get stats in Relic levels, right? They could completely redo it. But I'm guessing they don't want to do that. I'm guessing, because I don't know. I'm guessing because I don't know. But, you know, just boosting the stats as they are means that characters like Ezra Bridger Exile is going to dodge more frequently. Is that really something we want? I don't want that. Is learn how to get Relic Delta? How to get Relic Delta? What do you mean, how to get it? Personally, I like it for PvE a ton. Just think it's overturned for PvP. I mean, the reason you'll like it for PvE a ton is because it only benefits us in PvE. We're only better off in PvE. Has CG said they'll let you test teams in a mixed Relic level for Relic? Not yet, Dave, no. Concern is that teams with a couple of low Relic characters will be seriously nerfed because those characters will die fast. Yeah. It's crap, pure and simple. I agree. Have we got any more info on getting more mats for Relics? Not yet, Foot. Relic levels are not even remotely close to Deer. Agreed. This should not be compared because gearing characters takes maybe a few days. Relic 1 can take months. I mean, Aatrox, doesn't that exemplify the issue? Doesn't that make the issue so much worse? Right? Doesn't that mean we need to solve some sort of like level of power for Relic characters? We're saying, look, you can easily go Relic 10. Sorry, you can easily get to Gear 10 straight away, Gear 12 straight away. But getting another Relic level is really hard and does nothing. For the most part. For the most part. One extra Relic level doesn't change a matchup. Delta is not a new Relic, it's the new difference. It's all the Relic Delta is, it's the difference between two characters' Relic levels. The actual number doesn't even matter, right? It doesn't matter if you're Relic 5 or Relic 9. What matters is what's the difference between the attacking and defending characters. Depends on how you see it. I guess. I guess. So, I mean, like, obviously, like, one of the things CG has managed to do at least a little bit is they haven't created just infinite power creep, right? They haven't created infinite power creep in this game. I won't pretend like power creep doesn't exist in Galaxy of Heroes. Of course it does. It does massively. But since the advent of Galactic Legends, I feel like that hasn't stopped, but it's tapered. Right? When you looked at characters like, you know, Traya come into the game, big power creep. Jedi Knight Revan come to the game, massive power creep. Darth Revan coming to the game and Malak coming to the game. More power creep, more power creep, and then Ray and Slacker comes to the game. More power creep again, right? But since that point, we haven't seen these massive boosts in power creep, right? Not in terms of what is the highest echelon of power. It's kind of been like, you know, Slacker is still valuable. Ray is still valuable. JML and C, less so. They're not kind of the best GLs. Lord Vader, meh. It's not like we've had like another new tier of really high levels of power, right? So it's one of the things that Relic Delta does do is it stops additional power creep. It gives additional power without introducing additional power creep, right? Does that make sense? Because your characters are not getting any more powerful. It doesn't need any rebalancing of additional PvE game modes. All that's changing is in the instances where there is a differential between relic levels, somebody is going to be advantaged and somebody's going to be disadvantaged. I'm not saying I support it. I'm just saying this is one of the things that Relic Delta does. But they can make Relic 10 require new mats and increase the damage and hit points like 50,000. They could, yeah. Does that help your R9 characters? I mean, people are angry now saying, oh, but now we have to Relic 9 all of our characters to stay competitive. If Relic 10 introduces masses of power creep, you don't think that's going to be, people are going to be like, oh my god, now I need to Relic 10 everything. Right? That's almost worse. It's almost worse. They'll be like, the whales are Relic 10ing everything and you can't kill a Relic 10 character because they've gained 50,000 offense. Right? Don't you think that's worse? Based on what you've seen so far, do you think Relic Delta will shift farming strategies to focus building taller accounts, for example? I think it will benefit people that focus on raiding. Trying to get really good raid scores and getting Relic 9 teams for raids means they get really good rewards from raiding, and then they get to use these teams within PvP game modes to good effect. Why does Relic data have to apply in both directions? Why can't they either give you the damage reduction or the... I don't know, Rule of Two. I can't answer that question. My immediate responses to CG were like, either remove the damage reduction or halve it. They halved it in this latest instance. I don't know if we're going to see that decrease any further. At least solve people like pay to win and don't mess with half your roster. I don't follow that, AKNB. I'm not sure what you're trying to say there. Do we know if Relic Delta will apply to journeys? Yes, it will. And if so, what relic levels the characters we... And so all the PvE elements that currently don't show a relic level but just have like level 90, those are going to have relic levels applied to them. Why give you damage reduction? Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. Scribes R9 Ewoks will be unstoppable. The DC is the only reason a Wampa can beat a Jabba squad. Correct. Yes. How do you think it will affect surviving kill feats for Conquest with low gear characters? Been cheesing the new Bad Batch feats this Conquest. It's going to suck, Rubisco. It's going to suck. Particularly it's going to suck because JML's going to get a heavy nerf. Because when you use his inherited teachings now, you know how before you could get like if it's a light side character, you could get a low gear light side character, use JML's inherited teachings, call them to assist, and they do damage based on his protection. Unfortunately, under Relic Delta, the damage that characters do is still based on his protection, but if they are low relics, it's going to get reduced. If they are gear 11, it's basically max relic differential. So it's going to be crap. Like JML's going to get crap shooted for that, which sucks. It's also just going to outright decrease most of his damage most of the time in PvP. Because a lot of people will have like R5 Jedi support for JML. JML will be R9 because that's where the damage boost comes from. But now, unless you've got other R9 characters in the squad, and depending on who you're attacking, they're probably going to have their damage reduced, which sucks. Just hope they scrap this completely. It's not going to happen, 6. This is coming no matter what. No matter what, it's coming. On the plus side, it might make Grand Inquisitor event not suck so bad. Yeah. 10.7 mil GP account in Kyber 2. This change will hit hard. I'm constantly going up against large rosters. They have all the Zetas, the armies, the mods, meta team advantage. Until now, I could stay competitive. Now I won't be able to compete at all. Yes. I mean, that might well be the case. It depends on how much of an advantage. A two Relic Delta, you can still win when you're 2 Relic levels below. But I don't know if anybody watched my video from earlier today, but I can go in on the test accounts right now with R9 Ewoks and full auto R7 Lord Vader. That's too much power. That's too much power. They need to decrease the damage. They like the damage bonuses. Maybe they're trying to kill Swigger and revive Lotro. Copium, you mean home, right? Lotro's still around. But yes, I think you are huffing that copium, good sir. You are huffing that copium. Copious amounts of copium. It ain't gonna happen. Jedi Cal and CX2. I think we can manage that. Should we just go... Jedi Cal. CG should pivot to Relic mod instead of Delta to include 1 mod starting from R4 to R9 for another 6 full mod loadout to fit. What does that even mean, Josh? What do you mean? Another 6? What, add 6 extra mods? That's kind of nutty. Skill no longer matters. I agree, actually. I do, like, at first I was like, no, skill still matters. I don't think it does anymore. Based on what I was testing, I don't think skill matters. Listen, man, if trash modded Ewoks can full auto an R7 Lord Vader squad, skill doesn't matter anymore. I won't even have to... If I've got a relic advantage, I won't even have to play. Or I won't even have to think about what I'm doing. I can just be like, oh, my entire team has got 3 relic levels on you. For each character. Yours are all R5, mine are all R8. I know I can just full auto. I don't even have to look. I can just go boop, and you're gonna lose. Like, that's not fun for anybody. I don't want to win like that. You know? Do you think if it was either damage increase or damage reduction, not both, it would be better? If there was a ratio of both that can work. I think a ratio of both can work. Like the damage reduction being so much lower now is a great thing. They need to do the same thing for the offense. They need to just curb it all the way. Your spending on the game will definitely stop. I don't see myself quitting the game. That's fair, 6. It's come to our attention that R9 Ewoks are outperforming our expectations. We'll be taking a close look at this and let you know we need to make any changes. The thing is, it's not even R9 Ewoks, right? It could be R7 versus R5 and it still work. Because it's just about the difference. Just got to Chromium 1 today with 5.7 mil account. I did Gear 12 Phoenix versus R7 Grievous, R5 Disguised Clone Trooper versus R9 Rey, R3 Wampa versus R8 Jabba. I mean, that's mostly because of the Wampacron, right? You won't win that with a standard Wampa. Mods have been a huge focus. Now they don't matter. Well, I mean, they do matter, Stoneward. That's the thing. But the problem is they only truly matter when you're at an equal pairing or better, right? They definitely do matter. Pretending like speed won't matter. You can still win below with a negative Relic Delta. You can still win. And you're still going to need speed. It's not like you can just take off all your mods. You're going to need speed. You're going to need the extra health. You're going to need the defense. You're going to need all that shit, right? But the problem is it's not as important as it used to be when you are at a negative Relic Delta. When you're back on even footing, it's very important again. If you're on a plus footing, you're just expounding how that benefit even further. But, you know, it just sucks that it's going to matter less when you're at a negative Relic Delta. Think people underestimate how big the damage reduction will be if you regularly punch up. A lot of regular counters will time out. Yes, they will. Yeah, definitely. Can't wait to see the troll account skipping GLs and just R9ing old Kylo Cairo free teams for GAC. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if people want to do that, like, you should just focus on, you know, requirements that need R9. Getting Profundity, getting Leviathan, getting Glat, getting PK Hondo will all of a sudden have more value. Because you're like, oh, this has got a couple of R9 character requirements, and I get to get a GL on top of it. Yeah, I'll do that. Madness. I am very much hoping that CG walks all the way back on it. We know it's definitely happening. You know, there's no stopping this train. There's no stopping this tide. We have to do it. I just don't want it to happen. But unfortunately, sticking my head in the sand and pretending like it's not coming and refusing to help isn't going to help anybody. So I have to try, with all my power, to do something to lessen the burden on the player base. It's the only thing I can do. It's the only thing I can do. Sig is going to have his hands full figuring out how this applies to GAC insights. I mean, they've already got, like, a relic, average relic level that you can apply in insights. So they're just going to have to, they'll have to be able to have you be able to apply individual relic levels or something like that, you know, to each character to try and figure out, all right, what's my likelihood of winning? The thing, GAC Insights will lose some of its value, for sure. It'll lose some of its value because every battle is going to be more nuanced now. They might have some general ones, which will be like, oh, I've got a +1 average Relic Delta. How does this match work now? Or they could go all the way into the nitty-gritty and let you do every single, you know, relic level. Do you hear about... Yes, I did, Megamon. We actually watched him talk about it live. They have to make getting relic levels a lot faster at the moment. Players will put the game down. And they are. They are. We just don't know what that looks like yet. I don't know when we'll find out what that looks like. And candidly, I personally... And I've said this before. I think provided they make, like, Relic 1 to 7 a lot easier to get, it's not too bad. I think that Relic 8 and Relic 9 in and of themselves should not be easy to hit. It shouldn't be, because we need to like... Nobody wants everybody in every battle to just have a full roster of Relic 9 characters. Like, if you took everything out of this game and you just got given a full R9 roster at the end of the day, you've got nothing to achieve anymore. Like, that's it. Like, well done. You've completed Galaxy of Heroes. There has to be scarcity and a benefit to high level of power. Right? You have to work for it, and it has to give you a true tangible benefit. So fluffing the bottom levels to make people be able to actually get to a point where they can compete properly is a good thing, but don't fluff the top levels and make it super easy to get very easy to get high levels of power acquisition, because that then ruins the benefits of that high level of power acquisition. You know, it's like, oh, suddenly R9 is not special because everybody's got it in every character. So for sure, by all means, make Relic 1 to 7 easy to achieve. Leave a little bit of bottlenecking towards R8 and R9. We've had people freak out every time they update the game. Yeah, people like to freak out. We're against change in general. Matchmaking has been most consistent complaint. They definitely need to address matchmaking in TW and in GAC. And it will make things worse. 100% this will make things worse for most people. Well, I can't say most people. Because ultimately, in GAC, there's always one person is better off and one person is worse off. In every GAC match. So it can't be most people are you know, negatively impacted. Now I'm happy to get that they came to all of you to give advice through the beta and still inform the community. Yeah, no, I appreciate it too. I've had people freak out every time they do the update, Gear 12, 6.mods, yep. If 1 to 7 is easier, then it balances out quite well, assuming the percentage is lowered to something more fair. Agreed, Hugsy. You need some difficulty curve, I agree. I know Relic Delta is going to be active for the Stranger's Conquest, but they said they will decrease the relic levels after the cycle is complete. Does that mean this conquest will be very, very hard? No. No, Megamon, it's not going to be active for Stranger's Conquest. They're lowering the relics in Conquest to be R5 max, but it's not going to be active for Stranger's Conquest. So this first one, it won't matter. It might be active in other game modes, but not in Conquest. They need to make TW not a crap game mode. Signed and agreed. Conquest Sector 5 is going to suck for me. Most of my teams are R5. Now, they're changing to R5, John. So you'll be okay. So the new Delta will make all teams useless unless they're at Relic 7. No. Such a silly thing for them to have invested resources in. I agree. The game is in a decent place. Their focus should be on attracting new players, not milking diminishing player base for more money. I agree, Dave. My opponents always have much bigger rosters, so will it ruin my GAC? Potentially. Potentially. I'm not going to pussyfoot around it and pretend like you're not going to get negatively impacted. It's like for everybody that's always facing accounts that have got like double, triple their GP value, it's going to suck. That's a problem with GAC matchmaking more than anything, but it's going to suck. It's going to suck. Assertive command, assertive command. Wow. Lucky me. So yeah. It's I'm not sure. What do I need from this? Doubt, evade attacks, and stagger. We could do Afro, I guess. Boop-a-doo, boop-a-doo. Scoundrels. Where is the Afro? Boom, ba-dum, boom, ba-boom. Let's get some of these droids. Let's get the droids. Yeah, I don't know. Let's throw an HK. For matchmaking, I think they can navigate by scaling down tunes by league, like K3 is free-for-all, K2 are capped down to R8. Now, Kyber shouldn't be capped at all. Kyber is the Premier League. Kyber is the Premier League. If you are fucking around in Kyber, like, it's a competitive game mode. And I maintain this. Kyber is a competitive game mode. You shouldn't be... sorry, not Kyber. GAC, in general, is a competitive game mode. It shouldn't be inherently easier or harder just because you're in a lower league. You know, it's like kind of defeats the purpose of it being competitive. The biggest problem with matchmaking is that delinquent accounts get to run in and not play most of their matchups and drop all the way down to low leagues and fuck up other people's enjoyment. That's not fair. And there are ways to fix that. Add SME for staggers. That's a good shout. That's a good shout. Got some doubts. I doubt it. Give me signal data, baby. Give me all the signal data. Oops, didn't mean to go all the way out. It's the Premier League. What does CG tell you and Arnold and everyone else who says don't do this? They said, what do they say when we say don't do it? They're like, I don't know, like, basically the long story short of that is saying don't do this isn't useful because it's happening. Like, that's not their words. They're saying this is happening, so you might as well give us useful feedback. Plus you double up on the Jedi feat and winning with Dapper. I've already done all the Dapper feats. That's the stagger. That's not going to do anything. I just one-tapped him. One-tapped him, one-clapped him. Hi-ya! So they're currently Relic 4. So, like, we would be absolutely destroying face right now. Oh my lord, Smee. Smee has got 0 chill. I suppose he is Relic 9. Pong. Hey-ya! Zabbity. Zabbity. Yeah. Oh, I didn't want it to be stunned. Please don't hit my IG-88. Damn it, you son of a gun. Hopefully we can get a revive off. Oh my god. Smee just comes in and slaps him. It's just like, yep, you're gonna die, boy. Damn it. Do. It worked so well for Margul Strike Force. Why wouldn't CG do it? I know, right? Imagine those Ewoks being R9. I know, right? Being able to run Jedi Master Mace Windu down to 0% stamina is amazing. Yeah. Hooray, it's PvE week. It is indeed. This is happening no matter what is also not necessarily willing. I mean, Aatrox, they, like, it is, but I mean, listening to feedback doesn't mean you have to acquiesce with feedback. Right? Those are two very different things. You know? For example, I could go up to my mother and say, Mum, I really hate you smoking. You know, it gives you cancer, potentially. It's really bad for your health. It smells really bad. And it costs you a lot of money. And she could go, yeah, I know. I'm not going to stop smoking. You know? For the record, my mum does not smoke. But, you know, you can give someone advice and feedback. They don't have to listen. They don't have to listen. There's nothing that binds them to that. And I will keep telling them, please don't do it. But like I said, that's just like banging your head against the wall. It's banging your head against the wall, and it ultimately doesn't help the players. All updates, I'm willing to give it a good go. Yeah, no, I'm sure it'll be fine once it's in. I'm sure it's once it's in and people have adjusted, it'll be okay. But I definitely do not want it going in its current state. Pretty much what Scribe said, we have pretty much no chance to make them not do Relic Delta. Yep. So they want to do it, but we can at least tune it. Exactly. Thank you, Kadal. It's giving parents saying, because I said so vibes? Yeah, pretty much. If you truly listen to feedback, you should consider all the options. But I know what you mean, yeah. I've stopped the spending since I lost my guild leader. Oh, that sucks, Jim. I'm sorry you lost your guild leader, bro. If you stayed up refused to do even consider any option, it's not truly listening. But I mean, they're not just refusing to listen. They're willing to compromise. They're just not willing to not do it. You know? They're willing to compromise, just not willing to say, no, we won't do this. No, well, no, we won't not do this. I love a double negative. Basic. Jesus Christ. Smee just going out and one-tapping folks is really funny. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Yeah, got rid of him. Oh, please don't kill my units again. Smee, what are you on, sir? Smee is an absolute menace. Smeeder man is a menace. MSF fucked up, CG will too, I'm sure. I wouldn't be surprised. Again, it's listening, but they aren't doing what we want. Exactly. Compromise needs to be posted sooner, I want to spend. Is the Jedi Master Mace event tough? R5 will be fine. R5 will be fine. I have a short memory. Your R9 Ewoks are beating what today? Lady Geek. I took them in earlier today and took out a full squad of R7 Darkside clone troopers with Lord Vader on full auto, losing 2 Ewoks. That's stupid. That's stupid. I don't mind there being some sort of benefit to a Relic Delta, right? Or a negative impact, right? But it should serve to provide an advantage to a team or a disadvantage to a team. It should not completely override manual input, skill, that sort of thing. I shouldn't be able to go in with trash tier Ewoks. I mean, they're Relic 9, but shit mods and just hit auto because I'm 2 Relic levels higher. Like, that's stupid. Like, if it was, oh, I'm taking in a well-modded Bo-Katan Mandalore team and I've got a good Datacron and I'm going up against Lord Vader and GAC when my Omicrons are active and I'm 2 Relic levels higher, maybe now I don't really mind so much that I can full auto it, right? But if I'm taking shit Ewoks with no Omicrons, shit mods, I should not be able to full auto that. Just because they're Relic 9. And it's not really Relic 9. It will work at R7 versus R5 and R5 versus R3 and all that sort of nonsense. I just did it at Relic 9 versus Relic 7 because I had infinite resources. Like, let's get Relic 9 Ewoks. The best answer for CG and the best answer for the game will be similar, but not the same, because some players need to be happy. Hopefully CG can find it, even if it means walking away from this. Ewoks are gods, they should win without mods. Sure. Someone in Tass's chat said this and made me think, what no one is talking about is what if their new game mode needs Relic Delta? Yeah? If they're working on a new game mode and it requires Relic Delta to function, maybe? Yeah, Wolfie. I think with all of you covering... I just had a pop-up from Steam. The autumn sale is now on. I think with all of you covering Raid and Arnold making a game, Relic Delta will kill this game. If CG refuses to listen to the community, they won't have it for very long. Maybe Darth Codimus. Maybe. I really like... I'm one of the biggest content creators for this game at this point, right? I do not want this game to go down the shitter. If this game goes down the shitter, I lose a lot. I want this game to be around. Because what if they need for the game to fully want it all? The Relic Delta should only be available in that game mode. That's one way of looking at it. Conquest Delta, £50 access. No! What if it only works under a rainbow? We can speculate, but given that info, Delta is just poor decision making. Casey is a fair argument. I could see a large portion of Arnold's base moving to support him and not CG. I reckon Arnold's fan base will follow him. Sure. Absolutely. But I mean, he's just started game production, right? He's 2 weeks deep into game production. You won't see... There's unlikely to be any sort of playable beta of his game for at least a year and a half, 2 years, I imagine. It's not a quick and easy job to just push out a game. In happier news, peace is almost broken out between the new kitten and the old cat. Oh, that's good. But the new kitten did chew my phone screen and cost me a few £100. Naughty kitten. Feels like the downside, the risk is bigger. I agree, Gavin. Yeah. New game mode to be rock, paper, scissors. No, Yormish, please no. Think Arnold might not be making a live service game? You reckon, Casey? I feel he is. I feel it sounds like what he's talking about is a live service game, because he's talking about people get to have input and direction on all the new characters coming to the game. That to me sounds like a live service game. He's talked about he's building a world, a universe for this game, and he's talked about another game on top of that. So I don't know if he's trying to do like tie-in games. Maybe one's going to be a live service, maybe one's going to be a single player game. Who knows? Who knows? They should have done Mastery Boost based on the Relic Delta. Hell no, Malon. That would be awful. You really do not want to give Evasion Mastery characters any more of a boost. You really don't want to do that. Like, do you really want Ezra Bridger Exile getting more Mastery boosts because he's got a Relic Delta? No. No. Side note, Scribe, my daughter just did part of IVF where they create the embryos. That's amazing, man. Good luck to your daughter. Good luck to her significant other. But we still need to make CG to not break the game. I agree. We do not want it to be mastery. Dodge is the thing. Exactly. Mea culpa. I could be at something a mix between Swugger and Raid. I have a feeling it's not going to be, you know? I don't think it's going to be an RPG-based game. I don't think he's going to do that. I don't know if it's going to be like a MOBA-based game. I don't know if it's going to be a first-person shooter game, a third-person shooter game, a tactical game. I just don't think it's going to be like a turn-based RPG. Started Raid and giving it a go after your previous video. No idea what I'm doing. Different though. I agree, Bell. Hondo plus JTR plus Hezro would just win then. Yeah, you don't want any of that. Live service game equals a game that's constantly in development after released is the TLDR. Correct, Meathead. How you doing, Meat? Live service is like Swigger where they're regularly up to... sorry, Wolfie's saying the same thing. Sending good vibes to all the IVFers. Hell yes. Just add a new ability or Omni for R9s. Like 2 times the Omni cost. Which then boosts the character based on the class. Like more defense for tanks, offense for attackers, or a few stat boosts. Done. We know it's not just about R9 though, right, Solomon? It's not just about let's boost R9. This applies to all relic levels across different spectrums. So unless you give that boost, that only activates when you have a positive delta. Maybe. Glad for the break from GAC. Glad to see you out and about. Am I a live service game? Yes, I am. Yes, my facial hair is also a live service game. Sometimes new characters are introduced in the way of hair follicles, and sometimes they are removed because they got too long in the tooth. Humans are live service. Yes, they are, Meat. There are accuracy and mastery if you have an attack at the same relic levels, no delta. So at least some strategy. When there is no difference in delta, when there isn't a delta between 2 characters, then it's just the game as normal, right? Which takes me back to the point around people saying mods don't matter and stuff like that. They do matter. They just matter in certain circumstances. You certainly don't want to be on... You don't want to be like, oh, I've given up on all my mods. I just deleted all my mods because I've got my entire roster at R9, and then you face someone else who's got an R9 team, and you're like, I can't do shit. So we'd rather have Wales be complete ass at the game and leave 300k players hanging? Would rather have Wales be complete ass at the game and leave 300k players hanging. I don't know what you mean. We are also live products. We are products that are alive. Yes. What's the delta between mustache and beard hair? I'd say about a couple of inches. 0 mods, then R7 versus R9 would be real easy. For the R7 team, yeah. Say, sorry, relics don't work out. Here's all your money back in Gear 13 the gap again. Oh my god, I would be so upset, Carl. They can't take away all my relic levels. All my relics! So to derail, I had 2 thoughts for Hondo ult to punch him up a little bit. 1, boost the mastery stat in the first special by 3 or 5 each time the ult is used. So mastery goes up by a static amount still. Mods obviously still matter, but their effect can be enhanced, muted depending on the delta. Yes, absolutely, Wolfie. Add another assist to his second special after the ult. Oh, that'd be quite cool, Casey. Delta only added because the players spending can't beat teams that are 5 relic lowers. No, Jimmy. Let's not do ad hominem. Let's not do straw man arguments. Let's not just do hyperbole here. That's not not even close to why Delta came to the game. It's not like Wales in this game reached out to CG, started saying, I really hate the fact that I can't beat Relic 5 characters with my Relic 9 character. I mean, I've never once complained to CG saying, my Relic levels need to matter a little bit more, I'm sick of losing to R5 teams. No. No, why would we? I don't care. Well, I mean, I do care, but it's mostly because I suck. I'll add you to my Christmas card list, buddy. So will R5 characters have a chance against R7? Yes. Yeah, it's not too bad. When you are using your standard counters against a, and you've got a -2 delta, you can still win those matches. Yeah, for sure. But we aren't spending like $1,000 a month? Neither am I. I spend $300 to $400 a month. Something like that. I don't spend money on getting relic levels or anything like that. I spend money on new characters. I spend money on Conquest Pass, on Episode Pass. That's kind of it. They're better off just making all requirements Relic 9. R9 for everybody! Of even bringing this to the table when they could literally just add Relic... we've gone over why R10 is not even close to being the same thing, Tika. Relic stats are very different to what they're doing here. And we don't, That doesn't solve the problem of, well, the problem of R9 versus other teams if you just have to R10 everything. You know, if they're making, say for instance they were adding, we talked about this earlier, say for instance they add Relic 10, right, and Relic 10 gives massive sweeping bonuses, 50,000 offense to a character, that gets it, right? So if you take a character to Relic 10, you're like, I'm going to destroy anything I face off against. Doesn't that just make the problem worse again? Now all of a sudden you will want all your characters to be R10. Because if someone's got R10, there's nothing you can do. Right? Isn't that worse? You know what I'm saying? They're creating this problem where it doesn't exist. Oh, well, supposedly we're hearing today. Supposedly we're hearing at some point today. It might be by the time I go to bed. I don't know. Oh, hang on. As a reminder, if you have feedback, please provide it in there. Okay, no, that's no. So apparently today we are getting a little bit of context about why it's coming to the game. That hasn't been dropped yet, and I might have called it quits for the night because it's getting late for me now anyway, but there'll be other streamers, I imagine, of this game that will cover it, or there'll be videos about it when that drops. I'm pro R10 anti-Delta. That's fair, Jim. Like I said, I still think R10 comes regardless. And I think R10 comes around about the same time that Relic Delta drops. It makes sense to me. Let the whales spend on R10 and showcase their shiny new toys. With more mastery. Yeah. The problem is mastery doesn't... It just doesn't do enough. Mastery either does too much or not enough or fuck all. And that's the big problem. That's the big problem. They've obviously tied into other elements of game progression with Relic Mastery, like, oh, hey, you can use level 9 Datacron bonuses for this character because he's at R5 before it was R7, right? And, you know, FTCs and stuff like that because you've taken your characters to higher relics. But counters exist at, like, Relic 7 that work perfectly fine at R9. There's no counter in the game that's like, you've got to have R9 to make this work. Unless you're talking about maybe JML, but even then, if that's come to the case, it's not going to be game-changing, right? So, and part of that can be attributed to the way that we gain stats through relic levels. You either have things like evasion mastery, which just makes the game obnoxious, because you just can't hit a character. Or you have someone with an accuracy mastery that does nothing. Or you have someone that has a damage mastery, but the damage bonuses that you get are so infinitesimally small that it doesn't make a difference. So it's like, what do you do? How do you fix that? Dodge mastery should never have existed. I agree, Aatrox. I agree. You would prefer Relic Delta and not R10 because when I need to catch up even more, just suffer a few months, years until I have my relics high enough. Any updates on Rogue One possible changes? I've not heard anything, but I doubt we do here, Golden. I don't think that, like, this playtest is specifically around Relic Delta. I don't think this playtest means that we are in an inner circle and we're going to hear anything about things not relating to Relic Delta. So, don't get me wrong, I would love it. I would absolutely love it if we had that, you know, that opportunity to learn more about what's going on and what's coming up and what the changes are coming in the broad strokes of the game. Would love that. Maybe that'll happen eventually. But right now, this is just Relic Delta. That's all we get to know about. That would have fixed most of the problems with getting more mastery. Oh, sorry, Aatrox. I missed whatever it was you said earlier. Accuracy is the counter to evasion. Accuracy is the counter to evasion. It is, yeah. Yeah. It just doesn't really work like that, unfortunately. Also, don't think the base dodge chance should have existed, especially not for ships. Well, I mean, I think dodge being in an RPG is pretty standard, right? Will they be using the delta of JML on the teachings? Will they have it used? It's on the character called OnStan. It's a big nerf to JML. And I've said I dislike it. Rogue One killed my Negotiator Malevolence counters. I couldn't kill one ship. Rough. Were you using Executor to counter those? You can just change out the executor for like home 1 and use the same fleet, and then you'll be fine. Accuracy mastery only hurts when you're fighting someone who siphons mastery. It really does, Durath. You're absolutely right. You go up against a slacker with an accuracy mastery, and you're like, uh-oh, I'm missing. Egnard said you guys were possibly going to playtest in the future, which with Meat's blessing. Potentially, if we are very lucky. If we are very lucky, we'll get to do this sort of thing in the future, but there's no promise of that. Why no Conquest Energy packs or calendars anymore? Agreed, Meathead. Why no Conquest packs? Playtest is a test pilot for hopefully future things we'd love to do with a group of people, but at this time, this playtest is specifically for Relic Delta. Yeah. The base 2% on all units and ships, it should just be on the evasion buff and on the dodge buff. I mean, it's only 2%. We're happy it's back, even if it's a test thing. Glad to see the beta testers back. Wow. Playtesters. Playtesters, not beta testers. Apparently. Like Bane, exactly. The man, the myth, the legend is here. Hey, Boom. Oh, man. Dwayne, the Hard Rock Johnson being number 1. Of course. Dwayne, the Pebble Johnson. The master beta testers. Yeah, those guys. Master debaters. As long as things are a little less broken on release, I'm hoping so. 2% dodge chances more than us for me to lose multiple GACs. Let me in the playtest, Meathead. I don't know if playtest will be opened up to further groups of people this go around. I don't know. They haven't mentioned if that's going to be a thing. Do. Sucky. Just a basic. Yay, we didn't kill him immediately. It's a win. It's a win for us today. We didn't immediately kill the unit. Alright. Pung. We didn't immediately kill him again. Great. I don't really like the droid Decker. Hey, you leave my boy alone. You leave my poor boy alone. You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy. Oh, they killed him. Oh well. Ha! We will continue to discuss more things, Relic Delta. Fear not, my tribelings. Burn them to the ground. Throw him to the floor, Centurion. Oh dear, that counterattack was rather nasty. Why does this guy still have 11 stacks? I swear I've been hitting him. Just a basic. Oh my lord. Don't kill Afra. Alternatively, please don't kill Afra. Why did I do that when I needed to do the other thing? I needed to do the mass revive thing and hope for the best. Peng, 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 peng. Peng ting. Alright. Please allow me to mass revive. Thank you. Rude. Oh, stop killing my units, damn it. Damn it, Janet. Good. Big Sag. Aha! I'm excited to hit the game, but I'm happy that the game, and I don't think I could say that for a year and a half after JMK was the only great team in the game. What? How will Cosley does nothing to fleet battles. So Relic Delta doesn't exist for fleet battles. Do you think the Empire Strikes Back bounty hunters this era are going to be bounty hunter teams for Alpha? Maybe, Casey, maybe. Can't have a game without people spending money on it. That's true. You got nuked. I spend more money on there than I ever did on Galaxy of Heroes. What did you spend more money on, Foxy? Was it on Heroes of Middle-earth? Home? Why did Smee not revive? There's reasons for that. You'd think I would know. I can't remember. Home. I'm just going to use Pirate King Hondo because I kind of want to. Don't judge. Don't judge me. I have a new shiny toy. I want to use him. You nerds and your freaking acronyms, man. Nerd! Let's just go all in on Droideka. Yay! No more Droideka. Pang. That's right. Absorb all of the turn meter from the guy with no turn meter. Yeah, have a good... Laugh it up, Fuzzball. Laugh it up, Fuzzball. Get some of that frenzy going. Roar it out, baby. Just a basic. Okay, you killed him. Ooh. Oh, 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 oh. Nice. I'm judging? How dare you? I mean the call. I haven't gotten my daily amount of shilling for Swigger today. What? I'm not in a call. What do you mean? I'm not in a call. Hold on. Hold on. Where's Carthrick? Let's call Carthrick real quick. Carthrick wants something. Carthrick, you son of a bitch. What do you want?
Oh, just to let everyone know that Relic Delta is by and far the best feature that CG has ever thought of and implemented into this game.
Oh yeah? Tell me more. Tell me more, buddy. Tell me more.
Oh yeah. Great. It's going to be great. What I'm seeing right now is that if you just
get good.
Sorry, I'm getting some brownie faces from a certain community manager. No, what I'm seeing right now though is that if we just whale our way to the top and have all the Relic 9s, every team beats something, and now my investment is now worth it.
Your investment is now worth it. Yeah, I completely agree, Kath. So what you're saying is it's the best change that's ever happened to this game,
dude. What I'm saying is that Night Fox's determination to make you have a Relic 9 Ewok squad will be viable. You will be able to take that squad and go beat an R7 GL.
Yeah, on auto.
On auto, yeah, it'd be great.
My hands behind my back.
I see this as a great win for the community as a whole.
Except for those filthy peasants who can't Relic 9 stuff, right?
Well, but they can take whatever they want to Relic 9 and then it'll be useful. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you're a big fan of the Old Republic can now do stuff. My R9 Karth team can actually be a threat again. Except for, getting bullied by a Relic 3 Wampa. Not going to happen anymore.
No, screw the Wampa.
It's going to be great. Yeah, no, it's going to be great. Wampa with his Kron couldn't stand up to my R9 Karth team if he was R5. I'm just saying.
No, not even with the...
They could be really cool. It could be really cool.
It could be the coolest. I see.
Listen, I want my namesake to do something fun. Okay. I would like to see Karth's AOE just like Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go test that. Right meow.
right meow. Yeah. Okay.
Can my Relic 9 Karth Onassi team one shot a Leia squad at Relic 5? BRB.
Let's find out. Dear me. You must have missed the Friday night stream. I don't even remember the Friday night stream. Okay.
It was a pretty chill stream.
Oh, good. That's good. I like a chill stream.
I mean, Wolf, you're not entirely wrong. Like it is 100% with where. I mean, you were testing this earlier today, or not today, but over the weekend with the R9 Ewoks and stuff like that. It legitimately is part of the inverse problem of what we're trying to combat, and it was some of the testing I did initially. It's like you had R7 Gungans could go Raffle Stomp an R5 GL, because they just don't have. Now with the new changes, it's a little bit harder, but like,
but not enough.
But it's just like it's not changing it enough. You get to that Delta level 3, and it kind of becomes this really weird joke. But even a
gets a
Delta
little bit
2
weird.
is pretty
Yeah,
ridiculous.
like, on the offense side of things, Relic Delta +2 does stupid stuff. It's too much. Like,
Yeah.
I shouldn't be able to win with Ewoks versus GLs because I've got 2 Relic Delta. Like, not on full auto with trash mods. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Shouldn't be, but I mean, like,
Or should it?
should. Hey, if I've taken a team to Relic 9, that's like almost as much investment as a GL unlock. Okay, they should be beating GLs. That's all I'm saying.
Clearly.
I need Ewok Scout to be like dome smoke in a Relic 7 Leia. I need those peasants to hashtag get good.
I do have a Relic 9 Ewok Scout, so I could be part of that glorious subset of player that can just one-tap GLs with a Scout. It could happen. Oh my god.
It could happen. It could be a lot of fun.
If you just allow it, yeah.
I hate using the Bad Batch in Conquest on auto because the
dumb.
AI are so dumb.
Yeah.
Like, it'll take you, like, even if I'm playing in like, I've got some cracked gut mods on my main account for Conquest, not mods, sorry, but the data disks.
Yep.
And like, it's 2.5 minutes of getting Crosshair off the freaking shaken stacks, and then it's just like, then he just systematically just one shots everything. But it takes 2.5 minutes because he just doesn't use his ability on himself and things of that nature.
Always calls people to assist. You're like, Crosshair, that's not useful.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is too, though, is like I'm a little perplexed by some of the mechanics in play with that team. Just because it's like Batcher seems like they exist solely to like circumvent raid mechanics and not to massively be useful in most applications of PvE.
It still tickles me that the whole raid is like, hey, let's screw Bad Batch unless you're Relic 9. like, oh, marked. Yeah. It would be nice if you could use that.
I know, it was really funny though, because my first run with Bad Batch was at Relic 9, and I'm like, I don't know what you guys talking about. This is so easy. This
is really easy, man. What you complaining about, guys?
And then I went and did it R7 on my alt. I don't think I have run. I don't think I've run a single Bad Batch on my alternate account since I had the 2 clone teams and then the 1 Jedi Vanguard team.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm not going to give a care. So now that I got Hondo, I run the clone team as 1 team. I run 2 Jedi Vanguard teams, and then I run the pirates.
Yeah,
and
pirates
then
are
that's
easy.
it.
I mean, I nearly missed my entire raid this time round. I had 10 minutes left, and I got pinged, and they said, you might want to hit the raid. I was like, shit! So I got like 8.5 million or something. I was like, crap.
That was the funny part about our guild. Like, we went from like 2 million over with everybody max contributing to now we're like 120 million over.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it was like we gone from like everybody like lining up to get there to be like, oh right, we've maxed out with like 10 people not even trying yet. It's like, oh, well,
yeah. There's no fear of not max boxing right now.
Yeah,
it's kind of done. It's kind of done. Instead of playing with Delta, better put Auto win who has the higher relics. It's not worth the time because who needs skills as a blind guy could win. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit hyperbolic, but pretty much, yeah. That's my biggest bone of contention with it right now.
Well, that was the thing from a lot of the testing feedback that we've seen so far, though, is like the AI plays things so poorly that having that increased damage when you're punching down just makes it a joke because the AI won't play it right. Like if you're punching up from R7 into R9, you typically, unless the team has a natural turn meter loop, like you could have with certain Ewok, loops that that exist, you know, typically the AI plays it so poorly that you will overcome the difference. But the problem is that, and what we're finding in a lot of it is that since the AI plays so poorly, you can punch down in a ridiculous fashion. I think, you know, a lot of people would point out basically anybody that has a strong AoE can like solo a Delta 3 or greater, and it's just kind of like, I don't want to say you've trivialized GAC, but like if I have a Relic 9 gas and you've got Relic 5, like name a squad, even if it's a GL squad, it's just like
going to kill the whole team.
I'm gonna get a 69 here, which I'm a fan of. I love getting a good 69 in GAC.
Yeah,
but you know, I just at a certain point, I don't think that was the intention either.
No, neither do I. I definitely don't think the intention was to completely trivialize certain matchups. I don't necessarily mind there being a hard cut-off point where it's like, oh, by the way, if you're at this point, you're just not going to win this match, or you're definitely going to win this match because you've got X number of relic levels more. I don't necessarily mind that, but I don't want it to be super low. And I don't want the closer relic deltas to be so skewed that it removes all strategy. So
yeah, that's kind of the point where I'm looking at it too, because everyone's like, oh well, like, you know, maybe 5% or 2.5%, and I'm like, if you move it down that little, it doesn't change anything. I think a lot of people are kind of conflating the MSF overpowered system to relic deltas, because MSF's overpowered is a static increase. So it's always present on the character, no matter where they go. Whereas Delta is going to be dynamic to the difference between the characters in every fight, and so your advantage is going to weigh back and forth depending on the relic level of what you're facing. Whereas in the MSF overpowered system, if I am understanding it correctly, it's basically like another, essentially like another like gear system kind of thing, where it's like that character's always going to have that stat increase. Yeah, so it's not a unlocking the next tier.
It's just more power. It's power creep.
Yeah, so it's just that one I can understand why that would be incredibly just unpopular. But
yeah,
again, I agree that this one is still not in a position to where even at this junction I'd be like, it's better. Round 2 was better than round 1 by a lot, because round 1 was a joke. I enjoyed the crap out of that 50% damage increase with the delta of 2. You're just like, Relic 9 team is gonna go kick everybody's butt.
The damage reduction was ridiculous. It was just like, oh, you do less than 1,000 points of damage now. Congratulations. Like, woohoo! No, I did not like that. Did not like that. We have team builders that provide video playback. We could update the AI to use meta turn orders granted the mods on the team, but that's tough to allow.
I mean,
candidly, Jimothy, I think there is an element of the AI is designed not to be particularly great. I think it's not supposed to be like as good as a player.
I think it's designed to a degree to give you an opportunity, because if he was playing more like chess, then that would be an incredibly obnoxious feature to run through. But yeah, I wouldn't say never, but I'd say you'd need hard counters.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna.
Boom, boom.
But there's a lot of things where I'm just like, I'm trying to sort out in my brain, like, where it needs to go, because I feel like it should scale over more deltas. And I feel like it should scale kind of in a way they kind of have it presently, but over more. Because I'm of the mindset that, you know, this is the tide. We're not stopping this from arriving, so I might as well just find a way that I can tolerate it. But I feel like it should be reasonable within a certain margin, and then do what they do now, which is basically, hey, you hit 5 relic differences and it's over. Like, you're not.
It's over, Anakin. I've got more deltas than you.
Pretty much is how that would go, and so I'm just kind of looking at the of that perspective of like the other side too is like, I know we don't have any real information on it, but I mean, you know, the buzz around the water cooler again for the 12th time in the last 3 years is, you know, that there's going to be that increase in relic levels again.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
And so part of me is like racks my brain around that concept of like, you know, well, if this system if they work in conjunction, it might, the longer we have it in game, it might make more sense. But that's kind of like what we felt about with Datacrons too, right? Because Datacrons first came out and we hated them and we hated how powerful they were and we hated this, that, and the other thing, and everyone quit because
I like Datacrons. I know.
I like them now.
I know you're talking about when they first came out, and you've always kind of been a bit of a fan. I suppose not since the very beginning.
Well, I mean, I wasn't happy about the implementation, but 4 years later, it makes a lot of sense as to why they exist the way that they do. Because the game would be very hard to keep interesting if we didn't have a way to ebb and
shake
flow
things up.
the meta. And so I totally understand that direction of things when we're looking at this. But the downside, I think, is that we're such in the dark of the tangential jumping off points of the Relic Delta that it makes it very hard to contextualize why this isn't a shit sandwich.
Yeah. Well, Jim, the problem there is really a matchmaking issue less than a Relic Delta issue. The Relic Delta just makes that so much worse, which is obviously not good, don't get me wrong, but that really is a matchmaking concern, because with or without Relic Delta, that shouldn't be happening. Wow, damage is crazy, bro. Oh my god, yeah, okay. Weak spot. They are Inquisitorious, therefore I'm still gaining damage bonuses because we have debuffs. So thank you, I guess.
Oh yeah, so my main account, I got my first card was a green volatile accelerator. My second card was an unstable decelerator. Oh, nice. And then by the time I cleared Sector 2, I have 3 weak spots.
Oh my god. Okay, you're killing things immediately then. Yeah.
Yeah. It was just like, oh, well, this is so much easier.
Yeah. I'm hoping that they do, Aatrox. I'm hoping that they do try to prioritize that a little bit and try to fix the matchmaking concerns. But we just don't know if and when that'll happen.
we know that they've done grain arenas on GP matchmaking. That's how it was prior to the skill rating system. And so part of my brain goes, it's like, I get that this would trash can a few things, but what if for the interim, until we find a new system that works for more people, we just go back to that for a couple of seasons? Like, sure. Is that really going to cause that much heartache if we take, 6 months from how we currently do it, go back to GP matchmaking, and give CG some time to kind of retool the current system and make it so that we don't have, 11 million GP players down in Carbonite? I think at a certain junction, you got to say, man, we're going to basically give these accounts an extra 30 crystals a day by forcing them to stay in, Erodium or the Kyber 5. But then it makes that early gameplay much more competitive for those players. I think that's all the feedback I'm getting from everybody. Is like, well, it's just not fair. I'm barely 4 million. I'm punching up all the time. Like, it feels good, but this is going to ruin that for me. And I'm like, yeah, but in an ideal world, you shouldn't be fighting them in the first place.
No, unless they are really that god awful at the game that they just can't win in a fair fight. As I'm talking about the enemy with all the GP in the world, but it's just unlikely. It's just unlikely.
Yeah. Well, but that's what I'm trying to figure out. That's kind of why, at least for me, I want to try to work on this more. But for me, like the testing is kind of one of these things where it's like you can go back and forth. Punching down is still really powerful. Punching up can work. I mean, I did R3 Treya versus R7 Gungans the other day and was able to get through it with only losing Talon.
Yeah.
You know, so there are counters that are still going to work. Things are still going to function
I'm not,
to a degree.
I'm not too overly concerned about the down punching. I'm way more concerned about the over punching. Sorry, I mean, like when you've got negative delta, I'm not too concerned about all of those matchups. I am very concerned about the benefits of minor delta advantages to not even soft counters. It's not like it's a soft counter. It's just not a counter at all is all of a sudden winning things. That's what I don't like.
Yeah. When you're looking at R9 punching down to, you know, at the -2 or -3 delta, and they're just rumple stomping.
Yeah, when you well, I mean, I did in my video earlier today. I took in R3 to R5, Akbar lead, Princess Leia, Stormtrooper Han, Lando, and Biggs, and they beat down. Granted, it's just a Gear 13, no relic levels, Jabba the Hutt and Lord Vader team, right? Like, it's Akbar with Princess Leia.
Yeah.
And sure, it's 3 to 5 relic delta. I get it, but still, like for me, it's like that shouldn't fucking. I don't know. It shouldn't just full auto that shit.
Yeah, these hairball teams shouldn't be this powerful, and that's kind of the rub that we're finding too, is that punching down is getting excessive in certain situations where, like, Ewoks have a mechanic, a gimmick, right? They have their ability to do certain things. And once we but you know, it's just you're seeing things that shouldn't stand a chance.
Yeah.
Immediately turning around and being able to do things they aren't even designed for.
No, exactly. And that's kind of weird.
And so, you know, that's all I kind of get back on it. Like, I think for the majority of the game, the current iteration needs a little bit more refinement. I think it needs a little bit more stretching out on the deltas. Still have the hard stop, you know, at that, like, maybe six relic level, like R3 to R9 is basically R3 does not function into an R9 team. But, you know, that's kind of the that's kind of where you can't go the other direction with it, where it's like all of a sudden it's like, yeah, but if I have a fantasy team, like for me, I love the Old Republic. I've invested heavily into the Old Republic team, for kicks and giggles sake. It's like, should my Ami Zalbar Old Republic team now be dunking on R7 GLs? Like, should I just go beat up my opponents inside of GAC because I have invested in something dumb and now they can't stop my board because it's like, well, yeah, but like, you know, my Carthonasi team says no. Like, that's all I'm getting at is like, you know, how many Zori teams do I run into it that are R5 across the board? And I'm just like, you know, it'd be really funny. Just watch you get wrecked by Carthonasi because I've got a Relic Delta of 4 and you're going to just eat it in the shorts. Just things like that, I guess. One of those things where I'm just like, I'm just trying to rack my brain on some of those investments because there are a lot of those low-hanging fruit teams that people haven't invested, you know, beyond Relic 5 into for their Datacrons or whatever else.
Yeah, like, goddamn, I'd still have Treya teams. I still have Treya team at like R5 and R3 and stuff. I'm like, I'm going to need to invest in these guys a little bit.
Well, like Treya, and so like that was the thing is you brought up in your video their data for the attackers, right? And the important part for that information in the context of it is that it is the aggregate average relics, not just the individual characters. So it's like, it's hard to say how good that information is. And not that it's not valid, it's just that if I have an entire team that has 2 R9s and 3 R3s, because it's my Slacker team with R9 Darkside Ray, R9 Slacker, and then R5 Sith Trooper, Hux, and First Order Stormtrooper, which I have seen a lot of, except for maybe Hux because he's required at R7, I believe, or something. I believe for Slacker.
No, I think it's R5 for Slacker, and then people took him to R6 for the finalizer counter way back when.
Oh, right.
I might be wrong,
but like you look at those kind of teams, and then you compare them against like a solid like R7 team where those relic levels would be the same or close in average, right? Mm-hmm. But the problem with that is that if you have an R7 or R9 a Slacker attacking into an R7 team under this new system, that Slacker is going to turn that counter into I'm always going to win against your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
And so that's kind of the part I'm getting into is when you're dealing with certain mechanics, there are some teams that little edge is going to be demonstrous in the long term because Slacker does not need a ton of ramp to do crazy damage.
No.
And you're telling me you're going to give me a flat at the end of the calculation?
Yeah.
20, 50, 100% bonus?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
it's
my
crazy.
God.
200% bonus damage.
Well, yeah, it's like...
a Relic Delta 5.
Freaking Slacker Ray is going to be the new C Bane, right? They're just going to go in and duo everything because at Relic 9 they can basically take down every single R7 team, even though they theoretically shouldn't be able to, but because the Relic investments there, people will be able to do more. And I guess that's kind of, but back to the other point that they had is that a lot of people just stop at certain Relic investments for common defensive teams like Saw and Resistance and God, I'm trying to think of them, but I have so few that are that low.
I'm trying to think of them, but I'm just not a peasant. I actually invest in teams.
I had so many dumb ones before I had good ones. Like, I'll be honest with you, I had so many dumb investments. I was heavy into the scoundrels for a long time, just making things work. Yeah. It just kind of came up, but it's like OG Bad Batch kind of stops at that Relic 5 level. A lot of Rogue One teams kind of stop at that Relic 5 level.
Jim, that's not what it does currently. I don't know if you're implying that's what it should do, but no. Currently, that the damage reduced is capped at 66%. Not 200%. You'll take 200% more damage from the enemy if they have got a Relic Delta of 5 or more.
Yeah, so you're basically like last week.
On Friday that was, Jim, but they never took 200% more damage, reduced damage. Yeah. 20 times, not 200% less damage. You can't take 200% less damage. That would mean it heals you.
There's a mechanic you could use.
Yeah, could you imagine that? That's the next Relic Delta. Like, you reduce the incoming damage so much that they heal you back up.
that is Ray Barris in a nutshell with the right cron. Like
yeah. So it is. Relic Delta 2 differences. Relic Delta 2 I think is 20% more incoming damage, 17% less damage received.
Something like that. If you are +2, you're dealing 20% more.
Yes.
And your team is taking 17% less.
Yes.
If your entirety of the team is
assuming
Delta.
Everybody is the same relic level. Yeah. As in everybody on your team is the same relic level.
Yeah. But the 200% only applies to if there is a delta of 5. So it's like R4 into R9 is essentially where that comes into play. And to be honest, if you're ballsy enough to run in a full Relic 4 team against an R9 team, I don't know you're winning that very often. Like, you might have characters on a team that are R3 or to R5 that are going through, but you still have an R7 multiple R7s on the team that kind of carry that out. So that's been a common thing is if a team is based on mechanics like Zori or Phoenix, where you just need the loop to occur, then those teams can still get by with the lower relics, even with this system in play, as long as they are able to, get around it. Now, granted, I've been seeing the feedback on some of that stuff, and that's changing as we've been tweaking the base stats, because now it's hard. You have to be really well modded to outrun some of these teams. Which definitely does change that. But the concept overall, though, is that if a team works well against whatever you're fighting, even at a greater delta disparity, if they can get their loop established, they typically will end up succeeding. The only downside is that it does take a lot longer. 4 minutes and 45 seconds. That's what it took me to do R3 Gungans versus R7. R3 Sith Trio with Savage and Talon into R7 Gungans. It was like 4 minutes and 45 seconds to get that fight done. But I only lost Talon.
You just made it by the hair on your chinny chin chin.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the biggest problem with that disparity.
Yeah,
but I'd love to see Iden Troopers just go Ruffle Stomp Leia.
Opening turn.
Yes.
You just wouldn't be able to do anything.
It would be funny just to delete somebody, pick the lowest relic character on that.
Yeah,
and it's like,
I mean, hell, even just like Han Chewie Chupio, all of Relic 9, like opening barrage, just bang, 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 bang. Oh, you're dead. Fun times.
Well, the problem that you're coming across there is that the problem is, or not the problem, the way that the system works now is it doesn't reduce damage from exposes. No. That's why Zori and Phoenix still work, is because the exposed damage still hits as normal. It doesn't get reduced for that particular interaction, which makes it easier to chip through them, even though you're not dealing as much damage. So as long as you got your turn meter loop, is a point that somebody brought up the other day, is like, if you can deal infinite damage uninterrupted, what's half of infinite?
It's still infinite.
Then the answer then comes is, can you do it in 5 minutes?
Yeah.
That's what you're looking at.
And I really don't want us to increase the battle timers. Like,
I don't either, because I think that's kind of part of the charm. Actually,
I think it's a slippery slope. It's like,
this is where I'm like, I'm waiting for more context in a lot of this stuff, is because I need to know if my suggestions are going to even be remotely useful to them, because it's one of those things where it's like, I could tell you what I think, but if you're going to run immediately the other direction after that occurs, is like, it doesn't matter anymore, like, what I think, because this is not the direction we wanted to go in the first place.
Yeah.
So it's like, my brain goes like, okay, some of the ways you could probably mitigate the impact the community would feel on the Relic Deltas to where they would be more tolerant of that, just specifically the PvP interaction, would be like, hey, you know what? We realize that this is going to be a pretty punitive system, as it states right now. We're going to take defense out of the stat pool for Datacrons. Just it'll never appear again. We'll keep it to, we'll keep it to more simplified stats. We won't do resistance pen and armor pen. We'll just do defense penetration, things of that nature. I think players would find that as a way to combat it. But I mean, at the same time too, if this whole existence is just to sit there and shit on counters not working, then Datacrons are going to dial that up to a new level.
Replace dodge with defense, as you asked. No, Wolfie, no, don't do it. I don't want it.
Honest to goodness, I am confident that evasion will never make its way back into Datacrons.
I'm hoping that is the case, and I'm hoping even if it does, it's like 1% cap. It's like, congratulations, you've gained 1% evasion. It's like,
Well,
okay,
and
good.
the thing is too, though, is that I found with most people that if we treated datacrons a little differently, reduce some of that. Like, I mean, like the steps we've taken with the FDCs, right? We've solidified to a certain core group. We've made everything static and everything doesn't change. It helps players to know what is worth investing in. But I think the same kind of brushstroke needs to kind of happen on datacrons as a whole, because this is like, people don't want to invest in them because the end reroll mats are so rare. And it's like, why do I want to do multiple level 9s than try to get what I want? It's like, I'm better off just having a few and then go from there.
Yeah. Teach whales how to play so we don't have to relic up. What do you mean, Jim?
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't read caps locks, so I've ignored that entire sentiment, even though I know what
Jim,
it means.
what do you mean teach whales how to play? Do you suddenly feel like because somebody whales, they don't know how to play the game? Go tell Tassanex he doesn't know how to play the game.
Oh, I wouldn't
go
pick
tell
him
him.
as the whale, though. Go tell Aesop Rock.
Yeah, I wouldn't call the guy that chills out in the top 10 of the, GAC doesn't know how to play the game. I mean, no.
I don't want to even guess what his credit card statement is on a monthly basis for this game. He's got to be getting flights to everywhere for free at this joint, though.
Air miles.
Oh, yeah, air miles, man. Like, I get it. You get to a certain point. Once you got all the Relic 9s and you're just hoarding materials, you're not doing anything else, it does get cheaper and cheaper, to sustain the critical mass.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing that now. Like, I don't buy Zeta packs anymore. I don't buy Omicron packs anymore. I don't buy most of the Relic packs unless it's very good deals on the Relic 9s. Basically, I would just buy crystals and character shards. It's like, that's all I'm really hunting down.
I pretty much just buy character shards and Conquest Pass and Episode Pass. That's kind of all I buy.
Yeah.
So, don't punish the majority that can't afford Tasnix's monthly bill. Jim, I don't think most people are not just whales that don't know how to play the game. Like, when you see somebody that has got a bigger roster than you, right? It doesn't necessarily mean they've just dropped shitloads of money. Maybe they've bought a couple of Lightspeed bundles. Maybe they spent, $200 across 3 years of playing. Maybe they spent a bit more than that. That doesn't make them a whale. That's just a bit of spending. There are broader issues with GAC matchmaking. That could have those guys be in that, and it's not because they don't know how to play the game. It's maybe they just don't give a shit about GAC. Or maybe they just play very rarely, or that's the problem.
at the heart of it, I believe the intention of this process is to reward people for further Relic investment by providing a advantage to basically protect it to a degree, right? That's kind of the general gist of the Delta. It's not in its core, it's not designed to be punitive. It's designed to encourage players to keep investing relics because that people just stop all the time because there's no reason to. There's no need to. And so they're artificially creating the need, which I don't necessarily agree with the process. I'm just saying I understand the objective. But, for a lot of people, it's just like, you can go drop $500 in Lightspeed bundles and have an 8 million GP account with not a single plus 25 mod to your name.
Oh, yeah, you have got a mod score that's in the negatives.
But it's just one of those things where it's like, so much of the complaining that I hear about this system is like, well, it'll make GAC not fair anymore. So I'm like,
it's already not
okay. Yeah, exactly. Like, if those players showed up half the time, you'd probably lose. Or if they knew what the hell they were doing. We had somebody in your Discord the other day. It was like they had Cat with JML, and then
what was that about?
JMK with Trash Jedi. You know, it's like, yeah, okay, there are people that don't know what they're doing and they suck, but that might be the other part of the Relic Delta, is to push those players passively forward. But the problem with that is they still have to show up and play.
Yeah, and they're not gonna.
So, and they're not gonna.
Part.
That's the reason why they're still there.
And
you know,
even if they do
10
get
million
pushed,
GP and fall into Kyber or into Carbonite, like you haven't been around for a fat minute.
Yeah, but I mean, also, like, if they do get pushed forward to face people more close to their account, they're just going to lose because they still don't know how to play the game, and then they're going to drop back down. Yeah, it's weird. It just moves the problem. It moves the problem somewhere else.
Well, and that's been my argument for a long time, is that you have to have a retention threshold on your GP, on your bracketing between Carbonite and Kyber. Is basically like, if you're above 10 million GP, you can't fall out of Erodium. Like, you're gonna get stuck right there. You will always just go, okay, well, we just you can't get any lower. Your skill rating keeps going down, but you can't get any lower, which, I mean, that probably doesn't work within their current system, but that would help prevent some of these things until
the squish
those
probably
players
brings them back up if they get too low. They're just like, okay, you've lost, you've gone 0 and 9, have 50 skill rating. You're like,
they've already done that with those poor Erodium 5 or Erodium 1 promotions that get like 600 points and wind up at the top of Kyber 1. Those poor fools.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like, I'm sure we could find a way to make that more palatable, but for a large portion of it, the concern for a lot of people comes down to the competitiveness of the PvP environment. I'm like, okay, so if we got the matches more competitive, you were more closely rated in GP, then would that solve the problem? Or are you worried that somebody out of their butt is going to pull an R9 team and you're not going to be able to deal with it? Like, you know, okay, that's another problem to solve. But like, we if we can move these levers around to create an ideal environment where you're minimized by the impact of Relic Delta, all of a sudden people just don't seem to care as much. And so it's just like, all right, so I'm just trying to sort out what the motivation for the outrage is. Because like, you can hate the system for all you want, but if it's gonna come, like, are you mad that it's going to impact your resources? Are you mad that it's going to impact your feel goods from winning GAC? You know, like, where is the arbitrary line in the sand? That's the problem for a lot of people. Because a lot of people have said if they make the Relic like 1 to 5 jump more reasonable, that all of a sudden they're not as worried about it. They're like, okay, well, if I can get into the competitive range with my roster, it's easier for me to bring a full team to Relic 5, then I'm thinking I can still do this kind of mentality. Yeah. Versus being just like, it's a hopeless cause, which I feel like at the first pass of the Relic Delta, that's where it was. A 95% for 4 Relic differences was incredibly punitive for where we were at. But I think if we bring it into relatively manageable and easy to get to that point, then players will probably just in mass go, okay, what counters I can use kind of reshifts based off of the Relic level I'm intending to fight.
Yeah. No, Hugsy, I've already spoken about how I would approach GAC matchmaking, as I would just move all the people that don't play into their own league and just let them face each other. Just take them out of the rotation entirely. If somebody is just so bad at the game that they can't win, and that's why they fall, that's an entirely different matter, and they are exactly where they should be, even if they've got some massive relic differential. Okay, like they're that bad. They deserve to be that bad. GAC is not a casual game mode. If you were playing Marvel Rivals and you went into casual, right, and you just started matchmaking, you would hope that the matchmaking would put you up with other casual people, right? Somebody that's around your skill level. Eventually try and fix it out. I know Marvel Rivals is probably a bad example of this, but because the matchmaking is notoriously bad. But if you were in a casual matchmaking setup, you would expect that. If you were climbing the ladder in competitive ladder climbing, you wouldn't expect to be facing people that are worse than you or always the same as you. You would expect it to find that point at which you are exactly where you need to be. You know, you've got enough skill to maybe deal with these guys. You might beat them and you'll climb a bit higher. Then you'll eventually get to that point where somebody just stomps you because they're just better than you. You found your place, right? That's what GAC is. It's like, it builds you up. You're facing the people that you should be. But unfortunately, it is marred with people that don't play the game mode, which is what happens to a lot of players in Carbonite, is that there's, you know, 8-9 million GP players that don't play. They sign up, they play maybe 1 week out of the entire GAC season. They completely destroy that person. That ruins the competitive element, right? So they're a spanner in the works that doesn't belong there. And CG doesn't address that. GAC is not designed to give you a fair match. It's designed to give you a match based on your skill rating that should, all things being equal, let you win 50% of the time. And that doesn't mean you never progress. It just means you progress into a point in which you are having not necessarily an equal and fair game, because somebody might have more GP, but they're not as skilled as you. Or they have less GP, but they've got better mods than you. They've got more Omicrons than you. They've got more Datacrons than you. It's not just based on GP, obviously. There's lots of different elements that go into it.
Well, that was the argument for a long time, too, when Omicrons got introduced, that people would be able to whale themselves to a competitive advantage because they would have all the Omicrons compared to somebody who doesn't. And as time has progressed, we found that A, that's not been the case, and B, Datacrons keep that in check better than we ever thought they were going to be capable of. And so a lot of people overreact to a system, and then it gets implemented, and it's like, okay, we figure out how to dodge left and right, and then we just proceed along the way. It's like, I'm not saying that what we have right now is what I would want to see come to the game, but what I'm saying is that we can keep fine-tuning this to a point where people will find it tolerable. Like,
hopefully,
I think that's what we're going to aim for. Like, people are not going to be happy about it no matter which way this goes. But at the end of the day, it's like, can we at least get on to like what would make you feel neutral about it? What would make you go, okay, well, it's just another update. Who gives a crap? You know, and for a lot of people, the answer is, well, if we could get matchmaking worked a little bit and I could get access to more relic materials, I'd probably just be okay with it. And it's just like, all right, well, I feel like that bar is pretty low, but we'll see what we can make happen. I got to remind myself, the Karth team now is Mission Zalbar, Jolie, Juhani. Right? That's the new team?
Mission Zalbar, Jolie, Juhani?
I think so.
Yeah, you don't really take T3. You don't really take T3. No, you can't really do much.
I didn't think, because Zalbar's Omicron kind of changed for the whole.
Yeah, Zalbar's Omicron massively made Juhani more useful. What did you do with your R9 Karth team? What did you do, Karth?
Well, I got the first turn with Karth. First turn, and immediately deleted everybody besides Balin and Merrick.
Well, was it just the AoE? Everybody died.
Yeah. With the Relic Delta of 2.
Oh my god, 2. See, this is my issue, bro. 2. It shouldn't be 2. Like
it just goes bop, everyone died. Like the thing is that there's so many it's just funny. I'm gonna keep kind of bouncing through
I mean, it's definitely, it's funny to see until you're like, oh crap, this will go live. I mean, obviously that won't necessarily go live, but yeah, it's just fucking stupid.
Pop over to good old GL Leia real quick. We'll do GL Leia at Relic 7. But that's the thing I'm getting at. It's like there's just it just kind of makes it interesting where those balances lie, because okay, so boop. All right, we didn't blow up the Leia team immediately. That's a net positive here.
Wow.
Okay. The cleanse is the shout. All right.
Did you kill anybody in the AoE? I mean, nobody.
No, not yet. I got really ramped enough to do much anything. Old Ben died to dots somehow, but okay. Okay, all right. Drogon's big hit did nothing to Mission, who is my weakest character on the team.
I mean, she's still R9 though, isn't she? Or is she R8?
She's R9. No,
Oh, yeah, she's R9.
Well, no, when you get... We have that
when you
Bronzium pack.
That Bronzium pack, that gives you Maz. I was like, ooh, Maz.
All right, well, that was interesting. Yeah. We love to see that. All right.
And when you feel neutral about it, you'll package it with an actual meaningful update to PvP that you have to put some thought and effort into it. And I'll well, we've talked about it already, right? It's like fucking the matchmaking itself is one thing. But GAC and TWs have been in desperate need for a complete overhaul for a long ass time. I would like that in an ideal world, but I don't think that's going to happen. Eventually you're going to get to a point where normal counters don't work. Yeah, and then you'll get adjusted in your matchmaking. Letting error battles move to a 6... I would love it if error battles more frequently, because I could benefit from all those R9s I did for them. That would be nice.
I mean, I wouldn't mind... Okay, well, okay, here we go. Alright, Leia finally used her ult. Now we gotta get wailed on for a little bit.
I'm really hoping the Leia team wins, I gotta be honest.
It's not looking good right now.
It's not looking good, Jim.
Honestly, the issue I'm running into right now is that
you're all fractured.
Yeah, she finally ulted. I still haven't lost anybody yet. I keep getting stunned and I can't. That's my only problem. If I could, Leia just died. Okay, so it's just Drogon left. It's not clean. This is far from pretty, but it shouldn't be working. Is my main takeaway.
It's Karth. It's Karth led by Karth.
And I don't have good mods on any. They mostly are rocking pilot mods right now. Okay, yeah. So R7 or R9 Carthonasi team into R7 Leia destroyed them.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be clean. It'd probably be a 60 on a GL. Jabba probably won't work because I'm gonna get stuck behind being unable to attack. Let's do Lord Vader.
Oh my god. Alright, guys, I'm actually going to have to call it there, though, because it's late now and it's a work night. Yeah, Lord Failure has failed many, many different team comps for me recently, thanks to the Delta testing. It's been a wild ride. But I'm going to have to call it a night, guys. It's nearly midnight for me, and I got work early tomorrow morning. There will not be a Wednesday night GAC stream, because I am away for a work event, and I'm going to be at some golf club in the middle of flipping East Sussex. But I'll be back on Thursday. We might try and be able to stream GAC on Thursday then. Oh, GAC is done, isn't it? Yeah, GAC, there will be no GAC anyway. So hopefully CG doesn't make any huge announcements on like Wednesday and Thursday.
Oh, right. I have to remember how this game works.
Yep.
You can't kill Apo
you can't
Vader.
Kill Apo until Vader's dead. Yeah, just kill Vader, bro. It's easy.
Oh, it's already done.
Oh. Oh, for God's sake, man.
No, Scorch died in the opening AoE.
Scorched, the tank died in the opening AoE.
The tank died in the opening AoE.
I've noticed that Scorch is mighty squishy. I don't know. It feels really weird.
The stats and some of the stuff is a little off, but yeah, no, it is.
It's doom.
Now, see, I would find that hysterical in my own GAC if I could do this. I would be just ever levelingly.
Yeah, but not if it was the other way around. You're like, my Scorch.
No, I agree. I'm just saying.
My Scorch. That mean Karth did an AoE and my Scorch died.
That would finally be the point at which I start streaming, just so I could stream that one battle every GAC. Of like what can we use my Carthonasi team to beat on a Galactic Legend front?
Karth uses Karth. You could just have you could record all of your GAC battles, and then once every other day you could be like, today we use Karth Old Republic versus Gungans.
It's
times.
It's kind of funny, but anyways, I'll let you get off of the air here.
Yep. Good night, everybody. Big love.